When in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitle them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed, that whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly all experience hath shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer, while evils are sufferable, than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty, to throw off such government and to provide new gods for their future security. Such has been the patient sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having indirect object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let facts be submitted to a candid world. He has refused his assent to laws, the most wholesome and necessary for the public good. He has forbidden his governors to pass laws of immediate and pressing importance, unless suspended in their operation till his assent should be obtained. And when so suspended, he has utterly neglected to attend to them. He has refused to pass other laws for the accommodation of large districts of people, unless those people would relinquish their right of representation in the legislature, a right inestimable to them and formidable to tyrants only. He has called together a legislative body that places unusual, uncomfortable, and distant from the depository of their public records, for the sole purpose of fatiguing them into compliance with his measures. He has dissolved representative houses repeatedly for opposing with manly firmness his invasions on the rights of the people. He has refused for a long time, after such dissolutions, to cause others to be elected, whereby the legislative power, incapable of annihilation, have returned to the people at large for their exercise, the state remaining in the meantime exposed to all the dangers of invasion from without and convulsions within. He has endeavored to prevent the population of these states, for that purpose obstructing the laws for naturalization of foreigners, refusing to pass others to encourage their migrations hither, and raising the conditions of new appropriations of land. He has obstructed the administration of justice by refusing his assent to laws for establishing judiciary powers. He has made judges dependent on his will alone for the tenure of their offices and the amounts and payment of their salaries. He has erected a multitude of new offices and sent hither swarms of officers to harass our people and eat out their substance. He has kept among us, in times of peace, standing armies without the consent of our legislatures. He has effected to render the military independent of and superior to the civil power. He has combined with others to subject us to a jurisdiction foreign to our Constitution and unacknowledged by our laws, giving his assent to their acts of pretended legislation, for quartering large bodies of armed troops among us, for protecting them by a mock trial from punishment for any murders which they should commit on the inhabitants of these states, for cutting off our trade with all parts of the world, for imposing taxes on us without our consent, for depriving us in many cases of the benefits of trial by jury, for transporting us beyond seas to be tried for pretended offenses, for abolishing the free system of English laws in a neighboring province, establishing therein an arbitrary government, and enlarging its boundaries so as to render it at once an example and fit instrument for introducing the same absolute rule into these colonies, for taking away our charters, abolishing our most valuable laws, and altering fundamentally the forms of our government, for suspending our own legislatures and declaring themselves invested with power to legislate for us in all cases whatsoever. He has abdicated government here by declaring us out of his protection and waging war against us. He has plundered our seas, ravaged our coasts, burned our towns, and destroyed the lives of our people. He is at this time transporting large armies of foreign mercenaries to complete the work of death, desolation, and tyranny, already begun with circumstances of cruelty and perfidy, scarcely paralleled in the most barbarous ages, and totally unworthy the head of a civilized nation. He has constrained our fellow citizens, taken captive on the high seas, to bear arms against their country, to become the executioners of their friends and brethren, or to fall themselves by their hands. He has excited domestic insurrections among us, and has endeavored to bring on the inhabitants of our frontiers the merciless Indian savages, whose known rule of warfare is an indistinguished destruction of all ages, sexes, and conditions. In every stage of these oppressions, we have petitioned for redress in the most humble terms. Our repeated petitions have been answered only by repeated injury. A prince whose character is thus marked by every act which may define a tyrant is unfit to be the ruler of a free people. Nor have we been wanting in attentions to our British brethren. We have warned them from time to time of attempts by their legislature to extend an unwarrantable jurisdiction over us. We have reminded them of the circumstances of our emigration and settlement here. We have appealed to their native justice and magnanimity, and we have conjured them by the ties of our common kindred to disavow these usurpations, which would inevitably interrupt our connections and correspondence. They too have been deaf to the voice of justice and of consanguinity. We must therefore acquiesce in the necessity which denounces our separation, and hold them as we hold the rest of mankind, enemies in war, in peace friends. We, therefore, the representatives of the United States of America, in General Congress assembled, appealing to the Supreme Judge of the world for the rectitude of our intentions, do, in the name and by authority of the good people of these colonies, solemnly publish and declare that these united colonies are, and of a right ought to be, free and independent states, that they are absolved from all allegiance to the British Crown, and that all political connection between them and the state of Great Britain is and ought to be totally dissolved, and that as free and independent states they have full power to levy war, conclude peace, contract alliances, establish commerce, and to do all other acts and things which independent states may of right do. And for the support of this declaration, with a firm reliance on the protection of divine providence, we mutually pledge to each other our lives, our fortunes, and our sacred honor.
Love it. Absolutely love it. That was a Declaration of Independence. That was written by Thomas Jefferson, a very humble man, a very strange man, like one might say, and hypocritical man, they would say. But you know why we're here, man. You know why we have this country. Thomas Jefferson is one of the founding fathers, and even though John F. Kennedy wasn't a founding father, if you will, he's like a second tier, second layer founding father, if you will, when it comes to what we got going on today. Because he started off opening up a lot of people's eyes, and unfortunately, he had to die for it. He literally had to die for it, man. And you know, sometimes you got to be willing to do that. I'm not telling anybody you got to die or nothing like that, but you got to stand on business, man. Stand on all 10 toes. And I believe that's what President Trump is doing right now. I'm absolutely love him. I'm absolutely loving what he's doing as far as playing high level chess and doing the things that he's doing that's going to ruffle some feathers. And again, this ain't about Democrats and Republicans, because again, George Bush, the second one, was a terrible president. George Bush, the first was, these aren't, great people we're talking about. Republican good, Democrat bad. I'm just saying Trump has completely changed the landscape of politics, and he's woken a lot of people up with a lot of things that he's doing today. And he's a very bold man, and we're not going to appreciate him until he's gone. But I'm going to appreciate him every single day. Now, am I going to sit there and nitpick him? No. I voted for this. Everything he's doing, I voted for it. Now, do I want a war? No. But do I want Iran to be destabilized? Absolutely. And if they did or do have the capabilities of having nuclear weapons, I don't want them to have that. Now, again, that could be propaganda by the Republican MAGA base. A lot of black pillars are saying that. I don't know. But I do trust Donald Trump. And I love the fact that he's closing our borders, making sure our American citizens are safe. And I love the fact that what he's doing with TSA right now. The Democrat Party has shut down basically people's lives in the airports and gridlock just to virtue signal to the far left. That's what they're doing because they can't get what they want because Department of Homeland Security is going to be funded. Okay, and I love the guy they hired. We're going to talk about him in a second, in a few minutes. But yeah, man, I'm loving the decisions we're making, and we're here for it. We're here for it. But again, there's a lot of reasons I show Thomas Jefferson and John F. Kennedy together because it's just so many layers to this, right? Bitcoin was built with a white paper. Okay, very, very similar to what Thomas Jefferson did with the Declaration of Independence. I believe it's a hybrid. The Bitcoin white paper is a hybrid between the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, because we declared our independence from the monetary system, and then we showed you how with the quote unquote rest of the pages, and also kind of like the Constitution of the base layer of money. And this is why I show this every day. And Thomas Jefferson, with his very hypocritical stance on things, he had slaves. He was married to a woman. Allegedly, he cheated on her with a black woman and had multiple kids with her. And he still had a large portion of slaves, even though he said every human being should have equal rights. The man is made for his times, right? Obviously, we know slavery is not that good. It's not a good thing, but it happened. I'm not going to cry over spilled milk. It's not happening now. But let these black Democrat woke black bourgeoisie people tell it. We're still under slavery. We're still under Jim Crow. They'll tell us that if you're black and you work for ICE, that you're a sellout to the black people. That's what they'll tell you. Because ICE, for some reason, according to them, they snatch black people off the streets. That's what they tell us. And these people make me sick. And this is why I say what I say. But anyways, we're not here to argue with people back and forth. We're here to have the people that are somewhat open to discussion to say, hey, man, it's just common sense. And today, the Democrat Party stands for nothing except for wokeism, victimhood, free stuff, every country that's against America, and they stand against Donald Trump, and they hate America. And this is why I can't get down with the Democrat Party. And I am anti-Democratic Party now, and I'm going to fight tooth and nail to get the Democrat Party back to sanity and go back towards the middle. And in order for us to do that, we have to wake up the people again that can be awakened. All right, because if we want people to be Bitcoiners, they can't be these far left woke Democrats and victims. They can't. Right? If they're going to accept the base layer of money, this real money right here, they cannot be these woke idiots, zombies, and sheeple. So that's why we're here today. We're here to fight against that nonsense and bullshit and lies. And I couldn't ask for a better group of people to do it with me and to stand alongside with me than you guys, the Bitcoiners for Freedom team again. And again, I am so thankful and blessed to have you guys with me. And thank you so much for being here with me every single day. And I look forward to sitting behind this desk, giving you sats, giving you education, entertaining you, and also setting you free with the truth. What is up, guys? It is Tuesday, March 24th, 2026. As you can see here, we're at the Bitcoin block height of 942,070. TikTok next block, and boy, oh boy, oh boy. If you could see me behind the scenes, I had just took a shower because I hadn't took a shower in a few days, hours. So I said, let me take a shower while John F. Kennedy is talking. And boy, I don't think I'm going to do that again. I've done that a few times, but. All right, let's see who's here. Let's do a roll call, baby. Let's see who's here. Elise, hey, honey. I think you said hi and left. You text me and then you didn't text back. That's my goddaughter right there. How you doing, sweetheart? I love you, honey. Bro, what's going on? And do not add me to the wheel. LOL. Okay, Jess AB. How are you, man? Hey, hi, Flipper. Hey, Flipper. How you doing, honey? Good to see you. Cuteness Incorporated. Hiya, peeps. Jenny Legendary. Jenny, I'm just going to keep your name on the MVB wheel. I just, because I think you definitely deserve that, because I'm telling you, man, nobody does it like Jenny. Note the address change to hands off my sats at strike.me, Jenny says, as she sends in a big zap of 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you, Jenny. That's the one I've been sending to you, right, honey? Right? Thank you so much. And also, somebody paid for a membership, the $5 membership through sats. So whoever did that, thank you. Hey, Elise, how are you, sweetheart? You still here or you left? I know you don't stay for too long. Thank you so much, Jenny. Jenny Legendary is on the board. I think I spent this earlier to see if it works. Jenny Legendary, 1,234. She is the leader right now. There she is on the MVB wheel. All right, what happened here? Something happened on strike here. 1776. Thank you so much. Who was that? Let's see. I can't hold you back. Smiling faces tell lie, and I'm gone. And I got proof. Let me see who's here on Zapstream. Smiling faces tell lie, and I got proof. Smash the like, share the stream. Don't worry about that subscribe button. Exactly, Jenny. Hit that like. What's up, Fanny? How you doing, man? Good to see you. We love you, Fanny. You know that. Hello, beautiful people. Spaceman, how are you, sir? Spaceman, I disrespected you last night, bro. And I'm very sorry about that. You sent in a big zap yesterday of 2468. Who do we appreciate? And I had so much stuff going on, I forgot about that, man. So that's going to be your new zaps, Spaceman. 2468, man. And I forgot. I almost didn't put you on the wheel for 100,000. So I apologize about that, Spaceman. Very much. How are you, brother? Good to see you, Spaceman. Well, thank you for the 1776. It's either Fanny or Joshua. Jenny sends in 1859. And I don't know if that's Nico or Jenny, but we'll see. Hello. These people make me sick. Yeah, they do, Jenny. They do. Lauren Stern, how are you, sir? Hello, everyone. Lauren, what's good, my boy? How are you, man? Good to have you, sir. Put Lauren right here for now. And I got truth. And I got proof. Smiling faces. Lauren, hey, yo. Lauren, Packer fam. Hey, Jerry. Hey, fam. Spaceman. Here. What's up, Neil? Neil the one. What's up, buddy? How are you? Good to see you, my boy. Make sure your pants are on. Well, yeah. About that. Hey, Fanny. Vic Shoots and Neil. Hello. Spaceman, how are you? It's been hands off a man. I finally figured out how to change it just a bit ago. Okay. Yeah, I got you in my thing, because I always pay you when you win the MBB wheel or sats. I did that, figured I owed you, sent you some service sats too. Oh, thank you, Gray. Appreciate that, bro. Very much, man. Gray Motion, how are you? You are part of the wheel now, brother. I just copy and paste certain names, and you're on there, man. You're underneath the Freedom Spin. So I got you, Gray. And Gray, it is a wonderful feeling to have you in our group, man. I worked really really late last night, guys, and when I was working, like, because I took a nap yesterday during the middle of the day, and I didn't get up till like 3 o'clock. So of course, when you do that, you can't sleep. So I didn't go to bed till like 6 this morning. So when I woke up, I was reading all the chats, and man, it is so refreshing to have Gray Motion with us, man. So Gray Motion, welcome to the team, brother. And thank you so much for that zap. I appreciate you, bro. And thank you for those zaps last night too, as well. You paid the fee for me, and I think you sent me another 50 sats too. You sent me 270 for the fees, and then 50 for the saying it was a fun show. I believe that was you. So Gray, thank you and welcome, man. And we're so happy to have you, brother. Gray, hello. Good evening, Jerry and friends. Ginger, my man. Ginge, how are you? Can you call a grown man Ginge, by the way? I feel like a woman should call him that. Ginger, what's good, brother? Lauren, evening, sir. Hello, everyone. Lauren is over there at Bumble. We love it. Happy Tuesday, fam. Grasshopper. How are you, ma'am? I appreciate that very much. Good to see you, Grasshopper. Hopper, how are you tonight? Packer family, 1776. Should have known. All right, Packer fam. Jenny, who sent that Packer family? Was that you or Nico? I'm guessing it was you. 1234 plus 1859, correct? 1234 plus 1859. I got a confession to make, guys. I am going to I lowered my buys per hour, and I'm going to concentrate more on the live stream now, guys. Because I don't know, man. I'm fired up, guys. I'm fired up. I used to look at it as like, oh man, I don't want to sit at my desk. I want to go DoorDash, and I hate sitting in my desk. But I'm like, you know what? I love talking to you guys more than I hate sitting at my desk because I'm not a desk person. I always said, because I've had a lot of desk jobs, and I said I'll never do a desk job again. But this is something I actually love, and I think I was born to do this. I do, man. I really do. And I thank you guys so much for being here with me, man. Ginger and Gray, hands off my sats. Jenny, salute to you, honey. Hey, thank you, Fanny. Hey, Lauren Stern, just working on the game for some sats right now. Almost missed Jerry. I'm so dialed in right now. LOL. Oh, you got to tell me about that. You got to tell me about that. Jerry, what do you know about Undisputed Truth? Is that a YouTube page or something? Big Shoes, what's up, my boy? How are you, sir? How's the weather today? It was 97 degrees here, but it wasn't too hot. I walked around. I was like, oh, that's not bad. Maybe because I've lost a few pounds. It's hands off my sats now. Okay. As far as the your address, sweetheart, let me see. Okay. All right. Got you, Jenny. Thank you so much. And the membership sats 7,000 something. Yes, that's what I was talking about. Somebody sent in 7,200. That was you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that very much. There's my partner, BTC Backpacker. What's up, my man? Make sure you guys go subscribe to my boy Anthony, aka BTC Backpacker. 1/3 of the Truth of Work podcast. My man Backpacker. How are you, sir? By the way, I hope I didn't come on too strong in the signal. Sometimes I get too involved. No. We love it, bro. No. We love it. I was reading everything you wrote, man. I was reading all that stuff. We love the engagement, man. We want our community to get big, man. You know what I mean? How are you feeling, Grasshopper? That's what it's for, brother. Unlimited text message. You say whatever you want in there, Gray. We love it. Me got to mess with Trent even when he's not here. Yes. Thank you. But Gray, here's the thing though about the Signal group. So if you want to have a, let's just say you're talking to somebody one-on-one and it's only you two talking, then just slide it over to a personal message. You know what I'm saying? Not because it's like, because if it's between you, you and someone else. But if you're talking to everybody in general, then go ahead. You know what I mean? Still kicking, Jenny. Something happened on strike here. Uh-oh. There goes Nico. Dang it. That pesky human won't share her dinner, Nico. With a big Nico zap. A 4-3-2-1. Wow. Nico's coming in heavy. 4-3-2-1. Well, Nico, man, I'd feed you if you were here. You know what I'm saying? Nico, I got to put Nico on the wheel. Nico, you're in the lead, buddy. Did you take those shoes off, Nico, or what? Nico, 4,321. Put my boy Nico on the wheel here. And I can't hold you back. Smiling faces tell I. Hey to the Packer family. No, dude, get as many sats as possible. This will be the last time you see BTC under 100 grand. Wow. You think so? How long do you think that's going to last, AB? What you thinking, brother? We will be here when you get off. Oh, okay. No, I'm still working, AB. I just I'm basing everything around my live stream now. So when I DoorDash, I'll DoorDash in the morning, then I'll DoorDash in the afternoon, and then when it's time to do my show, I just got to sit down and do my show. That's it. My goal tonight is to let you cover your topics and keep to myself unless otherwise instructed. You didn't get to your plans last night. No, it's all good, Gray. That was actually cool, man. Gray, you bring up whatever you want. This is you guys' show, right? This is the Freedom live stream, right? Just like this, guys. When you join the Bitcoiners for Freedom team and the Signal group, it's not the Jerry Loves Freedom team. This ain't the Jerry Loves Freedom stream. This is the Bitcoiners for Freedom Signal group team and Freedom stream, right? Freedom to do and say what you want. So no, man, you got a topic, Gray. Listen, Gray, you're the elder statesman here, brother. You know a lot more about Bitcoin than I do. I'm just the host of the show. And I am humbly asking you, if you have to have a topic you want to talk about, you talk about it anytime you want to, Gray. Okay. And also, you're a big donator, man. You know what I mean? I think it was Earl Nightingale that said it the best. He goes, you know who your boss is when you run a company? It ain't your manager. It ain't nobody. It's your customer, right? Your customer is the boss. Because without your customer, aka you guys, even if you guys weren't sending me in sats, I would not have a show. Just like without the miners and people transacting on the base layer, we wouldn't have a protocol. We wouldn't have Bitcoin. So no, Gray, you are not overstepping your boundaries, brother. I love it, man. Thank you, brother. Just my ZBD stuff, Jerry. All my spare time is wasted testing games for sats. I love it. That is not wasting time, man. That is not wasting time. Not at all. It's awesome. Exactly. Exactly, brother. You fit right in, Gray Motion. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I sent the wrong thing for Backpacker. I sent the StreamYard thing. This is Backpacker's channel right here. Sorry, guys. And make sure you guys head over and subscribe to our Truth to Work podcast as well. Me, Backpacker, me, BTC Backpacker, and the Bitcoin Technician. Please and thank you very much. Good to see you guys, man. Love that you are there, Gray. Absolutely, Gray. Dude, we've been wanting you there for months with us, bro. You know what I mean? And listen, I'm 51, man. We got some people in their late 30s or early 40s, man. Mid 40s. So we ain't too young, Gray. So don't be scared, brother. Exactly. Undisputed Truth sing smiling faces sometimes. Oh, do they? I got to see them. RGR, Jerry, got it. RGR. What's RGR? Right. I borrowed against my Bitcoins and got liquidated. Now I have no more Bitcoins. Hey, man. I lost mine too. There were bigger fish to fry last night, Great Motion. Yes. We had to play Border Patrol last night, did we not? Blah, blah, so mistreated. No, Jenny, we love you. Well, learned a lesson then, right? Don't leverage your sats. He's not telling the truth. I didn't even put the shoes on him today. He was being a bully to the neighbor dog, not sharing with him. I had to pick my battles. Yeah, I saw that in the signal, Jenny. I saw that in the signal, man. Uh-oh. 2468. Who do we appreciate? It's all good. We have another small stack to help. You get to your first million. Thank you. I'm actually working on my second. I appreciate that, man. Very much. Did I put you on the wheel, by the way? Hold on. And I got you. Let me see. Spaceman, did I put you on the wheel? Was that Spaceman? Was that Spaceman? Because you know what happens? I think I get Spaceman and Solar Satoshis mixed up sometimes. That's what it is. I get those two. I just did it just now. I just realized that. I listened to Forrest Hodl. I think we will be back over 100,000 by the end of the year. Just my thoughts. I think so too, man. He was right, Jerry. Elder, wow, let me get my cane. Go get my cane. Yeah, well, I'm an elder too, man. You know what I mean? Tell my husband that, please, Jerry. Right, Chris, I will. Gray, just skip that. Skip the can't and go for the walker. Skip the cane and go for the walker. Yes. Gray, just pass on the cane and get the walker. R. Bullshit. I lost my Bitcoin in the boating accident. Yeah, me too. Me too. You don't have your keys? Gray, those elderly people love those rollators. Rollers. They fight with them too. Nothing like watching them try to hit each other with their ambulatory aids. Oh wow. I just sent you another 2468. Oh, thank you, Spaceman. Spaceman, I appreciate you, bro. Spaceman. Appreciate you, man. Let me put you on the MBB wheel. You are number 3 right now, Spaceman. Spaceman, do you want to be a member to the channel? We love to have you, brother. If you don't want to pay the thing, you send the sats in and pay the equivalent of $3, $5 to get into the $5 a month to get into the Bitcoins for Freedom group. If you're not there already, I don't think you are, Spaceman, are you? If you don't want to pay the membership through YouTube. Hola. Gray, they are at the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, man. Of course. But where are we at today, guys? Where are we at today? So Bitcoin is just cruising. We're at block 942,072. The exchange rate for 100 million sats today is 70,606 cuck bucks, but that's not the important part. You guys know what the important part. The important part is, guys, for 1,416 sats, you can trade in for $1. $1, you can get 1,416. That is ridiculous, man. I never thought we'd be back in these prices, man. Never. They get feisty, Jerry. I just want to kick back with some popcorn and let them go at it. Yeah. My dad used to be in one of those places when he got a stroke. So I've been around a lot of older folks like that. Anthony knows about that. Backpacker knows about that. Okay, I got to put Spaceman on the wheel. Yeah, Spaceman, we love to have you in the chat, bro. Come on in, man. Vic, same place my 2A rights are. Yeah. I know that hurts you, man. Right, Jenny? My gosh. But let me tell you, man, you guys see the title of this video. Trump is playing chess right now, guys. And I am here for it. What he's doing with the airports, with the TSA agents and replacing them with ICE agents, I am loving that. And we're going to show some clips of that today. And also, I have a video from, I know you guys don't like this guy, but Green Candle. He made a good video, man. I know he's a little bit annoying, but he says 0.1 Bitcoin will be impossible to own. They are making sure of it. And he shows some good numbers in here. So we're going to watch that later. Okay. Again, I know he's a little annoying, but he makes definitely a good argument. That's why the ocean levels are rising. All the Bitcoin and pew-pews at the bottom. Yeah. That's a good point, Lauren. That's a good point. Oh, yeah, he does. But Backpacker has some serious stories too. Yeah. And you know, the good thing about those people is you get to learn from elder folks. The bad thing is, you know, you're catching them at their, the end of their life. And a lot of times they pass and it's sad, you know. You had your keys with you, Vic Shoes. Wow. Lesson learned, right? My daily DCA is going through with no slip now, and I could cry happy tears. My daily DCA is going through with no slip now. What was going on before, Grasshopper? Enlighten me. One day the Jews will bottle water and sell it, just like they do with air. Yeah. Lauren, let's go scuba diving. I know, right? Let's go get them sats, man. But yeah, man, you know, we're here. And let's see what MicroStrategy did something. I think they bought another 1,000 Bitcoin or something. I don't know if they bought it through Strategy. No, they didn't. Through Stretch, I mean? No, they didn't do it this time. But they definitely are buying some serious Bitcoin. They're up to 762,099 Bitcoin, which is Insane, man. It's just when you think about that, man, and you know that these, for the most part, these sats aren't moving anywhere. It's like, wow, man. You know what I mean? Sorry, guys, I must hit the wrong button. I meant to upload the Zap stream. Gray, yep. For the record, it's gone. Yeah. What's going on Zap stream, man? We got 3 people there. Is anybody sending any message? And what do we have over in Bumble? Smiling faces. I get stuck on songs, man, and I just keep singing them. And I got proof. Let's see. Let's look over on Bumble. Are we live on Bumble? Oh, here it goes. All right. We got 1 person over on Bumble, guys. I think we can do a little better than that. What do you think? ShakePay would charge slippage instead of fees for purchasing BTC. ShakePay would charge slippage instead of fees. Now I get a full $1 worth of sats, no slip, no fees. Huh. What would they charge for that? If you don't mind me asking, Grasshopper. Let me go to Noster, see if the stream is working. Thank you, Gray. Just me on Bumble. Oh, Jenny, where you at? How was your day, Gray? Assuming you are getting to keep your 100K sats. Oh, I think we saw somebody drop out of the I heard they did. They dropped out of the Signal group. Somebody wrote that in the Signal group. So let me see. I'm gonna double check that because I didn't get a phone call or a message. So let's see if they're in the group. Smiling faces. Don't see them so far. Oh, they are gone. That person is gone. Wow. I wonder what that was all about, guys. I gotta give it to them, man. They got a lot of sats while they were here. I would say they got a couple of million, if I had to guess. Like seriously. Someone called unknown, tried to come into the signal. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, it's been like that for a couple of days too, Lauren. And I don't know who it is, and of course I'm not gonna let him in. I have no idea who it is. R.I.P. Exactly, bro. That was me that wrote that right under where she dropped out. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was you, Jenny. Let's see. Let's see. Such good conversations in here right now. By the way, Gray, I love what you're doing with your friend with that sheet, that spreadsheet. I can't see it. Oh, somebody sending 1,000 sats. Oh, test away. That must be Gray. Let's see. Test away. Thank you, Gray. Gray, I'm gonna put you on the MVB wheel too, because you sent in some sats when you didn't need to. Thank you, Gray. Gray motion. You got 8,200. Appreciate that, bro. Bye, Felicia. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, if it wasn't for you guys, I would have never known. I just wouldn't have known, man. I'm not the smartest or the sharpest pencil in the box, guys. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. LMAO. But I think we're good now for right now. But when Bitcoin price starts going up, Grasshopper, when it starts like doing its thing, I think we're gonna get the bots coming in because I think this channel is gonna grow. I really do. Neo, it's getting less and less rigged. Man, that person won a lot of sats, man. And a lot of people gave her sats. A lot of dudes gave that person sats. And I'm noticing a couple people are missing. I'm not going to say any names, you know what I mean? But there's a couple people that are all kind of connected. They're just nowhere to be found. You know, they just all look like ducks to me. you know. But I feel, and the reason I guess I didn't see it, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm thinking, who the hell would do that on my show, on my little show? Who would do that? Like seriously, who would come and say, "I'm gonna make fake accounts"? Somebody that maybe needs Sats or doesn't buy a lot of Sats every day, only buys a certain amount every day. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just it baffles my mind, man. Yep, I think after a few visits, the peeps should donate. It won't kill them. Well, I appreciate you saying that, Gray, but I don't expect anybody to donate. But I do expect them, and I really appreciate you saying that, Gray, because nobody has to donate here. Okay. All I want you to do is hit the like and share the video. But, if you're going to be here, just show me that you're real. You know what I mean? Because I don't expect anybody to donate. I do expect you to, participate. And because I get a lot of hate watch on my channel too. I got like 2 or 3 people that'll come here and won't comment at all. Just watch me. So, and again, I don't understand these people. If you don't like me, why are you watching my show, bro? I guess they think I'm going to talk about them. Of course, where there is value to be gained, scammers are sure to follow. True. True, Grasshopper. A couple, it's like 7 of them. Not saying 7 people, at least 7 accounts I can think of. Wow. Yeah. And I don't know. It seems like they all stem from this one guy, which I'm not going to say his name because I actually like this guy. But I was going to say something. I can't say that. You'll know who I'm talking about. But he's a little strange, man. He was a little strange. True. Just something was off, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just jealous they didn't put buy at 15K. Let me tell you something though, Vic. I wish I would have bought more, man. At that price. I did buy at that price, but I wasn't into Bitcoin the way I am now. Was anyone else contacted off of YouTube by the last person to go? Were you contacted by them? I wasn't. Was anyone else like you were? Please elaborate, sir. A one-time donation of 99 cents just to prove you're real isn't out of line. Okay. Okay. Not I. We are all going to wish we bought more. Oh, you ain't lying, bro. You are not telling any lies, Lauren. You're really not, sir. But anyways, guys, today is Tuesday, March 24th, 2026. And as you guys know, we celebrate every time a block comes out here on this channel. We're going to start off at block 942070. We got 2, 4, 6 blocks to spin. And every time you spin or we spin, you get to win some sats or have the opportunity to win some sats. But it's all based on your level. It's levels to this stuff. And in all life, it's levels, right? I noticed something. I have a friend. Now, I'm still overweight, but I'm losing weight. But my friend was very muscular, right? He's a very muscular guy. And he ate more than me. He ate more food than me, but he didn't gain any weight. I'm like, and I eat a lot. I said, how the fuck is he eating more than me? Well, come to find out, the more muscle you have on your body, muscle burns fat better. So he could be sitting there in the movie theater just burning fat. So I was like, oh, I got to get some more muscle, huh? If I want to eat more. So it's levels to this, guys. And here are my levels here for this channel. If you're a subscriber, it's the free plan, guys. It's just something to do. It's a little red button or white button. Just click on that. You don't got to smash it or nothing like that. Just click that and you'll be a subscriber. Hit that like button, comment. But the most important thing you can do as a free person is share the video on the free 99 plan. All right, free 99. And if you subscribe, look what all you get, man. You get this guy right here. You can watch all his videos. He's got a lot of them. I got, how many I have? Over 1,500 videos I have over the years. 1,500. This is my very first video right here. Number 1, my first video. Almost 6 years ago. All gold and silver. I was hiding my face back then. I wasn't showing my face. Show my face here in this picture. But yeah, these are my old videos. All gold and silver. Learning about the base layer of money. If you become a subscriber, you can do that, right? And if you do become a subscriber, you'll get 105 sats per spin. Not a bad deal, right? I bought a whole lot at 15K. That's after I read the Bitcoin Standard and realized Bitcoin was going to go up no matter what. Yeah, exactly, bro. Exactly. Lauren, what really? They contacted you? Weird. Who needs food, Lauren? Let's fast and buy sats. Yes. Great. The great. How's your little miner thing going? Fanny just started on Primal PM talking a bunch. Huh. But Jen say not to subscribe. I know. That's just a Jenny thing, you know. The bidax, I think they look small online. Primal PM. What's that? Oh, to buy a bunch at 15,000. I know, bro. But yeah, you get 105 sats if you're a subscriber. But if you go to tier 1, which is $3 a month, if you want to do it through YouTube, through the join membership, you can do that, or you can send sats straight in. You become a member and you'll get more sats. You get double. You get 210 sats. Bitcoiners for Freedom, the $5 a month one, you get to be in our Signal group, which now Gray Motion is a part of. So you can click on that and do that, and that's a good thing. Also, you get on our map, man. You be part of the team. I got to put Gray Motion on this map too, if he wants me to. And then obviously you got the legendary status, the Satoshi Millionaire, 420 sats per spin. And that's $7 a month. Again, you can pay that either through the membership or through sats every 30 days, which ain't bad. So that's what it's based off of, guys. It's levels to this, you know what I mean? Gray Motion, mining operation is smoking hot. Best thing I decided to do. Should have done it years ago. Actually, I did mine with GPUs, but lost them all. Terrible times, but not a showstopper. Okay. I want to do it too, Gray Motion, but I'm renting where I'm at, and my landlord pays my my utility bill. He pays my electricity. What do I do about that, bro? What? I don't know what that means. I think I'm on the map. Okay. Messages, I guess it's called on Primal. Dial in on Denver. All right. Let's see. Yeah, you are. I see you. You're right next to Paul the Goat. Yep. I see you. I've been considering getting on Great, but I need my job to stabilize out first before I'll spend the money. Rent your hash. You don't need a miner. Oh man, you gotta. I'm at the inbox you, Great. You got to tell me about that, bro. I don't really know how to do a lot on Primal except for post food videos. But that's how it works, guys. All right. Wherever level you're on, you get some stars next to your name, and you get to do what you got to do. Love your food post, Fanny. Oh, don't we all? So again, guys, thank you so much for being here with me on this Tuesday, March 24th, 2026. And let's spin it for block number 070. And let's see who can win it. Neil the one. Jerry, you're in Vegas for funk's sakes. LOL. Get a little solar power setup going to run your miner. You know, I wanted to do that, but where the way my place is located, Grasshopper, I don't get any sun where I'm at. Like I can't just sit it out there. I'd have to put it away from my place. You know what I mean? I've been thinking about that. Unless I can put it somewhere nobody's gonna mess with it. Lauren, now you trying to get me in trouble. Jerry, don't forget Lauren told me to stop giving you sats. He did. Rig, thank you. No doubt, man. Neil, that's 105 for you. Appreciate you, bro. Gotta love all of correct. Good game, Neil. Gang, Neil. Neo rigged. Oh, Fanny, I had some of your spaghetti today. The meat sauce, which was hard to do because I've been measuring all my food and I've been letting Grok. I show Grok what I'm eating, and I measure all my stuff on my little my foodware scale, and I've been weighing food like I'm a drug dealer now. I'm weighing everything like I'm bagging up weed or something. And so I used 240 grams of the meat sauce today. I said, but Grok, it's really watery, so don't count this, don't count the calories. And then I put one serving of spaghetti in there, which is I think 52 grams, 210, and then 200 something for the spaghetti. It was like 400, 500 calories. It's all about calories in, calories out. Neo rigged. Hopper's right. Get with Solar Satoshi for help. LOL. Thanks, Jen. I got to figure that out. I will help you, Jerry. It's easy. And of course, you own your own node already, so you're way ahead of many. All right. I appreciate that, Gray. Drug dealer. I mean, I'm weighing everything, bro. I just weighed out. What did I weigh out? I weighed out. I bought some chicken from Sprouts. A whole big bundle of chicken, $9.99 for a bunch of it. It's like barbecued, like roasted chicken. So I put that on the scale. I'm like, Rock, how much can I get for this? I mean, how many calories is this? Then I weigh out my milk in milliliters. I'm weighing everything, guys. I'm being I'm being very meticulous with my calories, man. Fasting the way to go, Jerry. Yes, I fast every day. I do intermittent fasting. I fast between 6 to 8 hours a day. Now, the experts at fasting are Fanny and Backpacker. Backpacker's doing some serious fasting. I'm not going to ruin it for you. I'll let him say it in his video. I'm only going to be worried if you start using a credit card to cut it before you weigh it. And I'm bagging it up too, Jenny. Vic, absolutely fasting the way. Love fasting. Facts, Vic. Good job, Jerry. Thank you. I appreciate it. On a 22-2 right now. See, I wasn't going to say that. He fasts for 22 hours a day and only has a 2-hour eating window. That is damn good, man. On a straw to snort, I mean eat it. Yes. But yeah, man, I allow myself a certain amount of calories a day. Again, I look at my watch on my activity to see what I'm burning. I try to stay between a 500 and 1,000 calorie deficit. That's not easy to do. Last night I screwed up. Try one meal a day at least once a week. I do that, AB. I messed up last night, man. Let me tell you what happened. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I got no willpower. I've been fasting 18 hours daily. Been amazing. Want to get to 22 soon. Clarity, Jerry. Yes. Once a week. Yeah. So I was out late last night, and I guess I'm lacking in calories, so I'm so hungry that I got a DoorDash to go to 7-Eleven. And this particular spot, there's a Burger King right next to 7-Eleven. And I pulled into the Burger King and thinking that my DoorDash was there because I was like kind of like mindless. And I go, yeah, I got a DoorDash for Frank R or something. They go, there's no DoorDash here. And I was like, oh shit. I go, sorry. He goes, well, can I help you with something? You want something? I said, I looked at the fish. I said, you got a fish? He goes, yeah. I go, well, I got my coupon here, my app. This is like 3 a.m, guys. And I was already in the calorie deficit. And I was hungry as hell. Remember I kept saying yesterday I was so hungry? He goes, I said, I can't get my app to work for the $4 thing. I'm trying to get a fish sandwich for $4. And they're like, well, come on up. I'll make it for you. I was like, okay. And so now I'm like, well, since I'm getting the fish sandwich, I might as well get a small fry. And so unbeknownst to me, the dude was making it for me for free. He was making the sandwich for me for free. He's like, you sure you want the fries? I was just going to give you a sandwich for free. I was like, well, I'll take the fries. He said, all right, I'll just charge you for the fries, a small fry, which is $3 and something cents. Then the black lady, because it was a dude, then the black lady says, you want something to drink, honey? I was like, why are you doing this, guy? I appreciate it. I got a Coke Zero. He said, oh, there's not a lot of nice people out here. So we just want to help you. I said, wow, thank you. I mean, even though it's almost 900 calories, I said, damn. It was 880 calories. The sandwich, the fish sandwich, and the fries, and the I had two little what you call it? ketchups. But man, that was so effing good. My neighbor doesn't return my Tupperware, so when I give him food, he gets it in the baggie now. Yeah, for real, man. You got to do that. Later in Signal, look at one of my node setup. It gives you an idea of the power of your node. Okay. We'll personal message about that too. I use cabbage instead of pasta. Smart move. I do one meal a day, spring water and sea salt throughout the day. Nice, bro. Sin, you lurking here? Hello, everyone. Kramer, what's good, bro? How are you, man? He's back. Kramer, what's up, brother? Kramer. America Industries. So right now, we're sitting at a few calories right now. Where are we at right now? Because I combined the last 2 days because I ate at like 3 a.m. last night. So right now, over the last 2 days, so far today we're sitting at like 2,300 calories, I believe. 2,300 or something like that. I gotta watch that, man. Kramer, hi. Fanny, I juice cabbage for gut health. Oh, nice. Back in a second. Kiddos need help. Okay. Jerry, that's the funniest being on a diet story. I mean, hey, man. But you know what? If you fall off the wagon, you just got to get back on. You know what I mean? You're going to have your days that you're just going to screw up. I'm a person, guys, that I have a very big appetite. That's just the way I was born. I was always the kid that when we were all out to go to McDonald's, like I'd eat my burger and my fries and my nuggets because I always had to get nuggets with my fries and burger and drink. I'd always say, hey, man, you done with that? Are you going to finish that? They always used to call me the bottomless pit. So I was just born with a big ass appetite. So it's very difficult for somebody like me. Sunlight in the morning, bare feet on earth in the morning. That's what I do. So much for that diet, Jerry. No, we good. We good. It's all about the calories. You know, I make homemade kefir and kefir cheese. Yo, Kramer, getting the cold that's going around. Oh, sorry to hear that, bro. Yep, us too, AB. I'm back. Got you, Flipper. Flipper. Grasshopper. All right. Neo wins the first block 070. Let's see who can win 071. Welcome back. Grasshopper. Fanny. $420 for Fanny. We love it. That was block 071. Let's do 072. Backpacker. Boom. Another 420 for the Packer family. 073. Good game, Fanny. Gang. Good game. Fanny, congratulations. Holler. Wow. You know, I don't know if I told you this or not, but Holler is a person that really, really is tight with her money. You know, she really is. And she wants to make sure that you're not spending a lot of money. You know what I mean? A lot of wisdom for this young lady. Take a look.
Nobody in your life has showed you active disdain, you're not stacking hard enough. If you are still invited to a family Thanksgiving, you're not stacking hard enough. If you're made fun of for brown bagging your lunch, you're not stacking hard enough. If your car is younger than Bitcoin, you're not stacking hard enough. If somebody hasn't called you a retard in your life, you're not stacking hard enough. You're just not stacking hard enough.
I don't think I'm stacking hard enough. How about you guys? Good game, Holler. Packer family wheel tonight. LOL. You're not stacking hard enough. I know. I'm not. Congratulations. Love those backpacker kids. How could you not, man? Especially when you meet them in person. All right, 073 belongs to Holler. Let's see who belongs to, see who's going to get 074. Double your sats. Double your sats for the day. Now, if this lands on you, all your sats will be doubled for the day, including the ones that you've already won. All right? Unless you land on bankrupt, of course. Unless you land on bankrupt. That's the only one that can mess us up. Now, if you land on something else like reverse bankrupt or add a star to your name or whatever, you can pick the ones that you want out of those. Like if they go 3 times in a row and then it lands on you, then you can pick the one you want. But if it lands on bankrupt, you're screwed. But it's not going to land on bankrupt. It's going to land on one of our legends. You won 420 yesterday, Gary. Yeah, that was me. W sats again. Okay. That was only going for once, though. Only once. Yeah, that was me that gave you that, Gray. Now that I think about it. Vic shoots. Vic shoots. Well, guess what, Vic shoots? You just got yourself 420. You are a legend today, sir. I had you as 2 stars. Supposed to be 1 star. 3 stars, Vic shoots. So you're double today. We just turned in her video with Backpacker for her oral communication. How'd that go? I'm not stacking hard enough. Now I got to buy some more sets. I'm never stacking hard enough, she says. Yeah. See, old man syndrome. Duh. Yeah, that was me. I thought you meant somebody sent it right now. Hi, guys. Hey, Flipper. Being a legend is worth it. Thank you, Mel. I hope so. Am I the only one that's been bankrupted before that feels personal somehow? Not sure about that, Grasshopper. Gang, Vic. Woohoo. Vic, congratulations. Good game, Vic. Nice, Vic. 074 goes to Vic. Double up. That spin should help, Vic. Gang, Flipper. Someone has to be the test dummy. No offense, man. Vic's got 420. Maybe this will motivate him to is 2 star not 315 anymore? No. He's a 1 star. I did that on accident. Yeah, but 2 star is 315, brother. I gave him 2 stars on accident. All right, 074 to Vic shoots. He's now getting 420 all day. 075. Put your hands up. Bankrupt. Speak of the devil. Here's the thing about bankrupt, though. Bankrupt, legends cannot get bankrupt. If you are a legend, you cannot get bankrupt. So now that you're a legend, Grasshopper, you're good. Gray Motion. It hit me one night, but Jerry felt bad. They loved it. Homeroom teacher contacted us saying her neighbor is big time into Bitcoin and asked if she could show the video to him. Wow. We got to see that. How rude. We got to see that. All right. Like I said, worth being a legend. All right, here we go. Hopefully it lands on a legend. If not, you are SOL. Pretty much everybody's a legend, though. I like that. Yes. Gray Motion, you're good. Gray Motion's good. Gray Motion, you still get your 420, sir. Congratulations. You're like Superman, sir. Bullets just fly off your chest. 076. Then we'll get into the proceeding this evening. We'll look at some numbers. See what we're doing. Vic shoots 420 again. Another 420. That's 840 for Vic. Jerry, she said cooked medium rare was so funny. Oh my God. Please tell me you recorded that. 75 to the Gray. To Gray the Great. Yes. Gray the Great. Good game, Vic. What's up, Drama Kings and Queens? Joe over the score. What's up, brother? Joe, are you sticking around tonight? So I'm going to put you on the wheel if you're sticking around, bro. Joe, good to see you, man. How goes it, my boy? I'm going to put Arnie right here, Jor. And then I'm going to put Jor right here. Jor for the score. Joe, I watched your podcast today for a little bit. You and your boys. 76 to Vic. Woohoo. Our quarterly fill of drama. Yes. Yes. No, Superman took my girl. I don't appreciate that that much. Oh, yeah. Vic gonna bankrupt Jerry. Vic's gonna bankrupt Jerry. Yes. Much love. What's up, Mega? How are you, sir? What's up, Jor? Jor. Oh, here goes that Canadian Democrat. Hey, Mega, just to let you know, brother, anybody that hasn't been seen or heard of or donated or anything like that, in order to get on the wheel, you have to be verified, sir. No more illegal immigrants. Not saying you are one, but you fall in that category of we've never seen you before, and I don't think you've ever donated. I don't think, but if you have, correct me, brother. Let me know. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong about that. Because we've had a lot of fake accounts here. Not saying you are, brother. Oh, here goes that Canadian Democrat. I'll be in and out. Fell asleep on the couch at 8 p.m. last night, so too soon to say. Okay, bro. Thank you for coming in, man. Where's Sharon? Hi, Lauren. Hi, Backpacker. Hey, Jor. No KYC. Verification. Grasshopper. Jor is not over on Bumble. What's up with that? Jor missed a good show last night. LOL. Yeah, Jor. Guys, we gotta show Rumble or Bumble some love, guys. We only got 2 people over there, man. In the Zap stream, we got 3. Yes, I have. I was the one that send you one sat. I was the one that send you one sat. Okay. All right. Jerry need to send some pics of my feet according to Sin to verify, of course. Yes. That's it. I thought it was here. Okay, heading there now. Bye, everyone. No doubt, Joe. Mega, did you really send me one sat? Oh, maybe you were. LOL. Mega, I think you're real though, because me and you've argued plenty of times. Hi, guys from Holler. Hey, sweetheart. I used to call you a Democrat, I think. I was laughing so hard I probably forgot. Oh man, I wish somebody would have recorded that. That'd been so funny. So funny, man. But yeah, right now I'm pretty much ahead of my hourly buys. I've been keeping track of it. I lowered it down by $1 an hour. So if you remember what I told you, it's lower by 1 hour. And so I took the money in strike and I spread it out to the days of for the days coming up. And I think I'm good for the rest of the month. And also we're just doing our thing, you know what I mean? Rumble! Joy, you ready to rumble? Guys, can you guys follow Joe over to Rumble? Don't leave don't leave BoobTube. Make sure you follow Joe over there if you got another account. Yeah, you should be able to verify via Speed Wallet. When, today or months ago? They don't show who sends anything, brother, over there. Smiling faces. When did you send it? What was the date? I can check the date. Quality seems higher on Bumble, to be honest. Really? Interesting. All right, Vic Shoots wins again. 076. Let's see who can win 077. Let's get these sats over to you, bro. Hi, Holler. I think I'm real, but this could be a simulation as well. It's been a while. Okay. Megalo's too good of an AI. Neo. All right, Mega. I got you, bro. You should make people throw down a deposit to get onto the wheel. You know, everybody keeps saying that, man. You guys think so? I should make new people throw down a deposit? How much should be the deposit? And then get the deposit back, right? Of course, Shore would say that. Orange check mark. Jerry, George doesn't know what happened yesterday, does he? I don't think so. I think he knows a little bit, though. He was there for a little bit, then he passed out. 77 to Neo. Good stuff. Thank you again. No doubt. That's what I was saying. You were. Neo, I still 10K sats. Wow. Yes, bots don't pay. 116 was the last time I sent for one set. Haha. One set. 10K for the wheel? I don't know about that, Jor. Somebody sent 200 just now. Maybe 200. Somebody just said. Who said that? Was that Gray Motion? Yep, Gray Motion. Thank you, Gray. Gray, you're at 8,400 today. Let me put Mega on the wheel. I believe Mega. Do you guys believe Mega? Media. He's one of those iffy peoples, man. 10K is like $10. I know, man. I don't want to charge anybody to be here. You holding your shaft, Jor? You got that, Jor? Pause, by the way. Boy will pay in Bitcoin in the future. They will be accumulating via all the games, etc. Huh. Although the tough part about that is it'll detract new Bitcoin, which kind of defeats the purpose of the wheel. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Not really, Gray says. You don't think so, Gray? Smiling faces tell lies. All right, 077 was Neo. 105 for you, sir. Oh, bots. Okay. Bots will pay in Bitcoin in the future. Yeah. Where's Sharon? I love Sharon. We love her too. But anyways, guys, like we said, we're just cruising. And when you look at this, man, we got 20 million Bitcoin mined, which is crazy. We're at Epoch 5. How far are we away? Well, we're not too far, guys. We're not too far because this thing's going to go with you or without you. And I just think where we're at on the timeline right now, which is about right here, right? 940. Yeah, about right there. We're early as hell, guys. But once we get to Epoch 6, that'll be the last epoch of getting one full Bitcoin in 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes. I love Fanny. There she goes. Sharon, what's good, honey? How goes it? Sharon. 3 there, 2 there. I'll put Sharon here. Sharon been hiding in the back. Where's Sin at, man? Sin's been in the Signal group, but he ain't been saying nothing. He ain't been coming to the show lately. And where's our boy Ian, man? From Clean Your Machine. I haven't seen Ian in a minute. I miss Ian, man. Do we really think Emily was a fake person? I don't know. I usually have a pretty good sense about that stuff, and I didn't get that vibe from her. I don't know what you're talking about, Joe. Who? I'm late. Hey there, Sharon. I think most questionable accounts would be the ones that always fed to the one person. I agree with Jorah. Put the sats in escrow for 30 days. If they keep coming back and engaging them, give them sats back. She was here every damn night. I feel like there's way easier ways to scam people. That's what I was saying, bro. Jorah, that's what I was saying. But she won $100,000 and she would not, or they would not, hypothetically, of course, they would not give me a call, bro. They didn't want to pick their money up. Sharon, Jorah beat you. IMDb with a portion of work I've done. Sin is hiding. Yo, Sharon, you got my message? Ian showed up on Jorah's show a couple weeks ago. Okay. So he's okay then. Lauren, just wait until developers start programming AI to receive only the hardest asset known to man/robot. Yeah. That's going to be fire. I love that. And Jor, I was just saying that before you came here. I'm like, why would somebody come to my show and do that? But then Grasshopper's like, duh. People want sats. But I don't know, man. Saw Ian there at Jor's too. Yeah, Ian commented on my videos a few months ago. But Ian's a lot of fun, man. I missed Ian, man. Ian's good. Letha, I never see Letha anymore. AI will pay us humans the sats. Yeah, they know we humans desire it. Built-in slaves for sats. Yep. With multiple alts feeding the main, it was proving lucrative, I think, especially back when Jerry was live every day. Yeah, it was proving. Well, I'm back live every day, man. I'm coming back with a vengeance. I sent the IBDM Internet Movie Database in the link chat, but I don't know if it went through. Okay. She could have spent 1/1000th of the time for equal amount of sats. True. I think it was a real person. Was it a real girl, real photo? Don't know. Multi-accounting for more chances on the wheel, all feeding into one wallet possible. Letha has been helping her mama who had surgery recently. Oh, okay. Okay. Prayers up. Prayers up for her mom. Another 2 flipper just lost 3 in a week. Damn. Another one? Woohoo, flip. Sheesh. That's insane, man. But you guys all know about the absolute scarcity of Bitcoin. I don't got to keep telling you that. We know all about it, but we're going to talk about it, every single day because I'm telling you, it's going to happen. But I want to show you this video real quick. I think his name is Nolan. He said the big print is coming. It's inevitable. It's the only option left. This next round of printing is going to be multiples bigger than COVID. Let's take a look at this.
You still need a 10-year plan to figure out how to beat inflation and survive in a multipolar world. And the only thing I know about that is hard assets, physical assets. The next crisis is a self-custody play, definitely. Custodians versus self-custody. That's what goes wrong. There's many different theories on that. The only strategy is the big print in the West. Larry Lepard wrote a book on that. Like, yeah, there'll be a bigger print than COVID. It's the only strategy. There's no other thing. There's no way around that. And everyone needs to just understand that fixed assets is the way to solve that. And we enter into a world where your government might confiscate your assets, or they might tax your assets in order to stop you from leaving. And so everyone just needs to work on the sovereign side. That's solvable. And you need a 10-year plan to do that. And you need to start today. Don't say it's too late. It's not too late. You need 10 years to really plan for that. I ended up selling all of my investments that involved other.
I'm going to say this, and, I don't know if you agree with me or not. I agree with that wholeheartedly. But I also watched Natalie Brunell. She had a guest on her show, and I want to show you the clip that she was talking about if I can find it. And basically her guest, Lynn Alden, said you should diversify. And I said, whoa, I don't know about that. Hope Tooth Fairy pays in sats now too, LOL. Kramer, there needs to be a site where we can receive sats via Seinfeld trivia. Get some corn to fill those 2 spots, Flipper. Gold teeth. I did that as a kid. Nice. Simon, 3 teeth in a week, Flipper. Holler, take it easy on your sister. Wow. Man, will get your mind to thinking hard. Yeah. Simon Dixon's the man. Everyone should follow him. Yeah, I love him, man. We can make that happen in the ZBD Discord, Vic. Good night, Jenny says. All right, Jenny. Good night. Jenny just hauls ass. Thank you, Jenny. I appreciate you, man. Very much. Simon is awesome. Good night, Jenny. Good night, Jen. Hopper, that means I can be a whole coiner quicker than I imagined. Jenny, night, LMAO. Yeah, she just, bye. See ya. I'm out of here. Like, what? Like, sheesh. But I want to show you this clip if I can find it because I watched it yesterday. Lynn Alden was on Natalie Brunell's show, And I want to hear your thoughts on this, guys. I really want to hear your thoughts on this. I want you to let me know what you guys think.
I have been in the space since 2017. A lot of folks that I've met came in way before and got in, at these crazy prices I can't even imagine, mining it earlier, buying it at tens, hundreds. I'm like, how could you bought Bitcoin at $100 per Bitcoin? I can't even imagine it. But a lot of us also came in at the point where we didn't have enough to buy a significant amount that would make a huge difference in your life unless Bitcoin were to suddenly 100x. And so there's almost been this bifurcation, I think, where you have the early folks who they're kind of fine either way at this point. They've made it, they were early enough, and wherever Bitcoin goes from here, they're sort of set. And then the majority of the people, especially the ones that I've seen attending the conferences, it's like they're waiting for that. They're hoping that they become that next cohort, that now they don't have to worry so much about their financial security. And to see Bitcoin do sort of a round trip, right, from like the all-time high in 2021 back to it 5 years later, I've talked to people who are like, this is a lot. The roller coaster of the volatility. I could have put my money in other assets and outperformed. Like, I don't get it anymore. What do you say to them? Because it has been, I think for a lot of people, really disappointing.
Well, I think it's true. I think there's really no way around that. We've had kind of two semi-disappointing cycles. So the one cycle only got to 69K, and then this one only got to 126K so far. I would go back actually to diversification. I mean, it's unfashionable when Bitcoin is soaring. Diversification looks really stupid. When Bitcoin does have one of those 10x moves, it's like, wait, you own stocks and gold, like too? But then when you have a flattish period, especially in a portfolio that rebalances and stuff, you kind of lean into those weaker moments, and then naturally you're not putting as much capital in when it's in its kind of peak phases. Mm-hmm. So kind of my approach and kind of what I've generally recommended is that you can own your favorite asset, but that there are other assets worth owning too. And that actually, in some ways, that makes you stronger at holding that asset, because you're not banking everything on one asset in one time frame going up to fulfill your goals. You're saying, I'm going to spread my bets out. And so that way, when Bitcoin goes down, if someone only owns Bitcoin, they could ironically have to sell, despite being so convicted. Whereas if someone is spread out, at least to some extent, they can still place pretty heavy bets on areas that they really have high conviction on. But by having that bulwark of other assets, they don't have to think about selling during periods of weakness, and they have more of the dry powder to shift one asset into here or shift assets around, because they have that flexibility. So I think bull markets, diversification is unfashionable, but in bear markets, we're kind of reminded why, you can have a portfolio and think, well, I'm disappointed that Bitcoin didn't do well, but silver traded like a rocket ship. So it kind of takes away some of the impact. And that's the advantage of diversification.
Right. And stop caring what people say on X, because I know that there are a lot of people who say you can't diversify. But I going back to what we talked about at the beginning with sentiment, it does feel very different from 2022. I mean, I don't know. I felt like even when it tanked to 16K, it was so isolated to FTX and sort of the crypto blowout that there wasn't any sort of concern from Bitcoiners. And now something does feel different. I guess maybe because people thought that with the Wall Street legitimization and the ETFs and a very bullish Bitcoin president and the SBR, that we would be so much higher. And it does create some cognitive dissonance, because I am someone who I think, and I don't know if I represent some of the people listening to this, but when you're behind for so long, or at least you feel behind for so long, and you didn't invest early enough, you kind of have to put all the chips on the table, right? You have to bet big, or you're never going to kind of achieve what you want to in terms of your economic goals. But that does put you in a position where you feel sometimes vulnerable when it all of a sudden, like, you watch your net worth go up and then down so hard, that the psychology of that investing is not something easy. And as someone who has been investing as long as you have, and you do kind of trade in and out of different assets, and you share that with people in your portfolios, do you have any advice for the psychology aspect? I mean, obviously diversification is one of the tools that you recommend, but anything else just in terms of like, if you're starting to feel concerned or nervous about your investment, maybe you went a little too heavy into it?
What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about diversifying? Is she meaning that he or she, whatever you guys say, do they mean that somebody that's new? Or what? What do you guys think? Mega Mud just killed it. He said, we just added a $1 trillion for the debt in 5 months with interest payments at like $90 billion a year. If you can't see the blatant writing on the wall, you're being willfully ignorant. Bitcoin is the fix. Or living under a rock. Exactly. Good night to my favorite American liberal, Megalo. I feel like even those under a rock should still see it willfully indeed. Yeah. A lot of stupid people though, man. Fanny. Both of them are captured by the institutions. They are telling you how you should feel and not the true principles of Bitcoin. Okay. Bitcoin never goes down. Who, Lynn? They are straight garbage. They are telling you to look at the USD, not how much Bitcoin you have. If you truly understand Bitcoin or actually money, you will realize everything will go to zero against Bitcoin. Well said, Vic. Well said, sir. All right, now we're going to get into this video. 0.1 Bitcoin will be impossible to own. They're making sure of it. This is a good video right here, guys.
The U.S. government is about to cross $40 trillion in debt, and they're borrowing $7 billion a day. And
George says something interesting. Diversification makes sense for people who have a lot of wealth. You really don't need more than like 10 Bitcoin, in my opinion. I would start to diversify at that point, especially if you're older. Is he looking at me? Oh.
The U.S. government is about to cross $40 trillion in debt, and they're borrowing $7 billion a day. And that's going to make 0.1 Bitcoin impossible for you to afford. Let me explain. As of March of 2026, the U.S. national debt is just about past $39 trillion. To put that number into context, let me show you how fast we got here. It took the United States 200 years to accumulate its first $1 trillion in debt, and that happened in 1981. Then it took just another 36 years to reach another $20 trillion in debt. And we crossed that in 2017. Then in just 9 years, we nearly doubled that, and we're sitting at $39 trillion today.
Wow. Look at that, man. Yes, I can, Backpacker. Here you go, bro. Every dollar that's not in Bitcoin cold store has multiple counterparty risks. Very true, sir. Look how fast that's going up, man. That is crazy. Looks like he got hit in the head and never recovered. Just imagine the next 40 years, folks. Right, Grasshopper? Thanks. No doubt, bro.
The pace is accelerating. It's not slowing down. The federal government is continuing to borrow $50 billion literally every single week, $7 billion every single day. And by the time you finish watching this video, the government would have borrowed another $1.5 million. Last year alone, the federal deficit was at $1.8 trillion. That means the government spent $1.8 trillion more than it received in taxes. And instead of cutting spending, they're proposing to spend more. The White House just submitted a defense budget for $1.5 trillion. And that's just defense alone. So
Not gonna lie, I ain't mad about that though. I'll spend 1.5 trillion on defense. I don't mind that. We just gotta cut out the woke spending in the woke stuff and get all the waste, fraud, and abuse out.
literally 50% more than we're spending right now. And this is before Social Security, before Medicare, before infrastructure, education, or literally anything else. But here's the number I really want you to sit with. In 2022, the federal government paid $476 billion just paying the interest on the national debt. And in just 3 years, in 2025, that number has hit $970 billion. It's nearly doubled in 3 years. This year, in 2026, interest payments are projected to cross $1 trillion for the first time in American history. $1 trillion just to service debt. This is not paying it down. This is not reducing it. That's literally just to pay off the interest payments. And this is more than the current defense budget, more than Medicare, and it's now the single largest line in the federal budget. And it's only getting worse. The Congressional Budget Office.
Well, I don't know if that's true or not. Medicare is $834 billion, it says, and Medicaid is $616 billion. We look at that every day, so I don't know where he's getting those numbers from. But according to this, we're at $1 1.9 million or trillion. So Medicare, Medicaid. Oh, well, together maybe, but not even together it's not.
Projects that this is going to grow $2.1 trillion by the year 2036. And over the next decade, the federal government will pay $16.2 trillion in interest alone. That's literally $16.2 trillion that funds nothing. It doesn't build any infrastructure. It doesn't fund anything, and it helps no one. It literally just pays the cost of past borrowing. Every single household in America is already paying for this. The math works out that $7,300 is just paid towards these interest payments per household every single year. And you don't see it as an item in your tax return, but trust me, you pay it. It's through taxes, through reduced government services, and most importantly, through what I'm about to show you next. Because the real cost of debt isn't measured in dollars. It's measured in what those dollars can actually buy. And that number has been collapsing for 55 years. If you're learning for this, be sure to hit that subscribe.
Facts. It's all about purchasing power. It ain't about how many dollars you have. It's purchasing power. You know what I mean? Bro really got smacked by inflation. Literally. Those two girls want you to feel bad at your position and FOMO into other assets to try to catch up when owning Bitcoin is a prize. Yeah, I didn't agree with that at all. Depends on the person, though. Bitcoin and cold storage, man. Reading an AI-generated script is lame. Yeah, he's definitely reading. This is what are here to disagree and share ideas. This is what we're here. Yeah, for sure, bro. Agree. I share mine, you share yours. That's cool. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
$1.8 trillion deficit. That money has to come from somewhere. The treasury bonds, it borrows. But here's the problem. There aren't enough buyers for the $1.8 trillion in bonds. Not enough pension funds, not enough foreign governments, and not enough private investors. So the Federal Reserve comes in. The Fed creates new dollars digitally out of nothing and uses them to buy government bonds. This is what people mean when they say printing money. The Fed doesn't run a physical printing press. It just adds zeros to the balance sheet. And those new dollars enter the financial system. Now let me show you what this looks like in practice. The M2 money supply, it measures the total US dollars in circulation, including checking accounts, savings accounts, and money market funds.
Yes, Grasshopper, you're absolutely right. Ask yourself exactly what you can go out and buy right now for $1 these days compared to, say, 1996. Just six. Yeah, just six. Yeah. The new $1, the $1 is the new $5. McDonald's is coming out with $3 and $5 menu items. No. There is no more dollar menu. There is no more Dollar Tree, Dollar General. You can't buy shit for $1 anymore. You're absolutely right, Grasshopper. Lord Champion, write them down. Don't lose them. Boom. For real.
In February 2020, before COVID, the M2 stood at $15.4 trillion. As of January 2026, it's at $22.4 trillion. That's a 45% increase in 6 years. 45% more dollars were created and pushed into the economy. And
this is why I talk about with the 40-40-40-40-40 club. 40% of the money supply. And it's going to get worse. And everybody's going to blame Trump and say, oh, he's a bad guy. He can't not spend money being the president of the United States in this system, especially 2016 and on. Once they broke the dam open in 2008 and started bailing out all the banks, that's the system we're in, bro. The system is broken. Trump can't fix the system. He just has to try to work around it. That's why, to his credit, I got to give it to him. He has closed the gap between federal spending and federal earning. We're not spending as fast as we were before. We're still spending on a bunch of bullshit, but he can't just change it. He's not a king. But what has he done? He's increased our revenue a lot. He's increased our revenue by almost $400 billion in a year and some change, which is nothing to sneeze at. Now, again, are we at a deficit? Yeah. But I think Trump's doing a pretty good job working with what he has now. You know what I mean? He's not perfect, but I think he's doing all right.
let me show you what it did. The median home price in 2020 was $329,000. Today, it's over $420,000. That's a 28% increase. A dozen eggs went from $1.50 to over $4. Gas went from $2.17 to $3.50. And those are just the official numbers.
And see, this is another thing I don't like. We always blame Richard Nixon. Oh, Richard Nixon ended the gold standard. No, it's just that when he became president at that time, from 1968 till on, that's when caught up with the BS, and he just happened to be the president. He happened to like hold the bag. You know what I mean? So when they say Nixon ends the gold standard, Nixon was a good president, man. He was a good guy. You know what I mean? Hugs for $1. I'll give out hugs for $1. George says, I really like the idea of owning land. I think a strategy of land/Bitcoin makes sense for those who aren't psychopaths like us. True. But stocks, gold, bonds, etc. are junk. I wouldn't allocate a penny. Yeah, me neither. I'm just cash right now on Bitcoin. What are you guys going to do with your $1 million when Bitcoin hits 1 billion? Buy more, lords. Buy more. Give them to my kids and their kids, lords. Buy Bitcoin until nobody would accept dollars for Bitcoin. Very true.
If you've been grocery shopping recently, you know it's worse than the statistics suggest. But here's the thing most people miss. Your salary didn't go up 45%. The median household income in 2024 was $83,730. That's barely higher than 2019 when adjusting for inflation. So wages are basically treading water. The cost of everything is climbing, and the gap between the two is the hidden tax that nobody paid for. This chart goes back to 1971. That's the year Nixon took us off the gold standard and removed the last constraint on how many dollars the government could create. Since then, the dollar has lost over 87% of its purchasing power. A dollar in 1971 buys about 13 cents worth of goods today. That's not a theory. That's the Bureau of Labor Statistics' own data. 87% of your dollar's value gone in 55 years. And the pace is accelerating because debt is accelerating. More debt means more borrowing. More borrowing means more money creation. More money creation means faster purchasing power loss. Think about it this way. The government isn't just spending money it doesn't have. It's spending your money, your retirement, your savings. Your purchasing power is getting cut. Every new dollar they create dilutes every dollar you earn. It's the largest wealth transfer in history. And it happens so slowly that most people never notice until they look at their grocery receipt and wonder what happened. Now, if you're watching this and you're thinking there's nothing you could do about it, there's one asset that was made specifically to get you out of this. And when you see its price chart,
I wonder what that asset is. What asset is made specifically to fight against inflation? Is it real estate? Is it gold?
overlaid with the money supply chart I just showed you, you'll understand why the biggest financial institutions in the world are buying it as fast as they can. And if you already own some of that asset, don't make the mistake of selling it. Because even with the rising expenses, this is what the system is designed to do. Sell your hardest assets to keep up with the inflated cost of living. My friends at Salt Lending Lake charts, and I want to show you what happens when you put them next to each other. On the left axis, really going. I want to show you two charts, and I want to show you what happens when you put them next to each other. On the left axis is the M2 money supply. On the right axis is the Bitcoin price in the same time period. 2013 to today. They move together, not tick for tick. Bitcoin is volatile. It has crashes, cycles, bear markets, but the long-term trajectory is unmistakable. Every time the money supply expands significantly, Bitcoin reprices higher, literally every single time. There are no exceptions in the 15 years of this data. Now, let me walk you through some major events. In March 2020, COVID hits. The Federal Reserve launches the largest money printing operation in American history. Over $5 trillion in new dollars created in 18 months. M2 went parabolic. Bitcoin was trading at $3,700 during that crash. And then within 20 months, it hit $69,000. That's literally an 18x move. Then in 2022 to 2023, the Fed pauses. M2 actually contracts slightly. And this was the first time this happened in literally decades. So what subsequently happened? Well, Bitcoin dropped from $69,000 to $16,000. The money printer stopped and Bitcoin reflected that. Then from 2024 to 2025, the deficit expands again. $1.8 trillion in new borrowing. The M2 starts climbing. Bitcoin goes from $25,000 to an all-time high of $125,836. This happened just recently in October 2025, and that was another 5x move from the cycle low. This is the pattern, and that's why the government's debt spiral is directly connected to your ability to afford Bitcoin. And this is why the government's debt spiral is directly correlated to your ability to accumulate Bitcoin. Because what's happening underneath the surface, Bitcoin has a fixed supply of 21 million. That will never change. It's hard-coded in the protocol. No president, no Fed chair, no act of Congress can create a single additional Bitcoin. New coins enter in circulation, but that's only about 450 per day. And that rate gets cut in half every 4 years. The dollar has no supply cap, none. The government can and does create new dollars literally every single day. And that $39 trillion in debt guarantees they're going to keep creating more because the alternative is defaulting on that debt. And
That's facts. That is facts. So I put the link to the video in the comments. Here it is again. I want you guys check that out on your own time, man. The rest of it is I went through about 2/3 of it, but you guys get the gist. And again, man, when you see a visual representation of how much money they're printing and stuff like that, again, it's once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Bitcoin was the size of a quarter. All 21 million of them would fit inside a single shipping container. But to fit the dollars the Fed prints on average every day, you'd need 72 shipping containers. Each year, you'd need 26,280 containers. And to fit what they've printed in the last decade, well, you'd need a lot more than that. Every day, the Fed prints an average of $465 million. That's 26,000 shipping containers a year, created out of thin air. Maybe that's why the dollar loses value over time. But there's one thing they can never print more of: Bitcoin. At the size of a quarter, this is all there will ever be. Shouldn't a store of value hold its value?
Exactly. That is one of the greatest Bitcoin commercials I've ever seen. Otis, what's good? No one has lost money in Bitcoin if you hold it for more than 4 years. Jerry, your videos are popping up for me again. What's up, bro? Otis, how are you, man? Why is Bitcoin the size of a quarter? Just keep stacking everyone. Absolutely. Otis, you gonna hang around? I'm gonna put you on the wheel if you are. That's my internet son, Otis. You know what? I think right here. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Otis, man. Otis Hare Jr. He's got a great channel. What? Didn't they do this commercial for the Super Bowl? I think so. Otis, what up? Hey, Otis, good to see you. Lords, I mean, some say the size of a quarter is huge. Yeah. It's just a size comparison. Long time no see, Otis. Yeah, there's his channel, man. Make sure you go subscribe to my son, Otis. All right, guys, let's spin. Otis, I'm going to put you on the wheel, bro. Otis Hare Jr. Otis, hope you start coming back, man. We miss you, bro. All right, let's spin this thing. Let's see who's going to win this thing for 078. Otis, you coming to the conference or what, big man? Otis still kicking. Great motion. Said he's got the best name in Bitcoin. That's what Jory used to say. Otis, is the Milo in your life? Is the A Milo in your life? Congratulations, great motion. 420 for you. Let's do 079. Good game, Gray. What's going on, party people? Yeah, I'm just doing homework. Okay. Big shoots. Good to see you, sir. You coming to Vegas still or no? Let me know, man. Please and thank you. Big Shoots has got 420. That's another win for Big Shoots. Damn. Everyone hit the like button. Thank you, AB. Appreciate that, bro. I guess Tucker Carlson just released a documentary called The Great Gold Scam. Huh. The Great Gold Scam, huh? Good game, Vic. 33 minutes long. I'm going to check that out tonight. I may be in Vegas sometime this year. I like the commercial they did on housing. Yeah, that's a good one, too. When the house was flown up. Otis doing homework. First time he wasn't working out. LOL. Yep. Where the hell did I put my phone? Jerry, it's been months since I've been on the live. I'm not coming to Vegas this year. Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, Otis. Just making sure, sir. Just making sure. But we talked about illegal immigrants earlier on our channel, and the great Tom Holman tells you why the Democrats want illegal immigrants in America. Take a look at this. This is mind blowing.
Releasing so many people. You know why the Biden administration released millions of people in the United States? No one ever talks about it. I'll talk about it. Why did they release people into the interior of the United States and put them, rather than put them into an ice bed? Why not put them in an empty ice bed, $127 a night, rather than in a hotel room at $500 a night? They did it on purpose, because when you put them in an ice detention bed, they get a hearing in 35 days. Court records show 9 out of 10 people claim asylum, get order removal, they're gone. But if you release them and put them in a hotel room at $500 a night, their hearings can be 5, 7, 9 years if you pull out all appeals. And what are they hoping for then? That another Democrat administration is in power. They can warrant amnesty to millions. This is about selling this country out for future political power. That's what it was. The law clearly says if you arrive at our border without proper documentation, you shall be detained. Not maybe, not think about it, shall. And that's what President Trump's doing. Catch and release is over. That's what the law says, and that's what we've done.
Facts. And this is what we voted for, ladies and gentlemen. And this is what the Democrats hate. They hate the TSA agents getting paid. They want them to hurt so they can get what they want. They hate that the ICE agents are in the airports actually doing the jobs of the TSA so they can't hold the country accountable. They hate it. And Trump is playing chess with these people, man. You know what I mean? I saw a video from Kathy Wood earlier talking about how the Iran war is going to bring Bitcoin's price up. Let's take a look at that.
From the buying process. On Bitcoin, absolutely. Bitcoin, we believe, is going to be the most important crypto asset. We have now currency native to the internet, which is going to take out a lot of friction from the buying process, especially as we move to agentic AI, where machines will be buying from other machines, right? So that's the first thing. The second is it is a global monetary system, and we're beginning to see it react to the events in the Middle East, and it has stabilized after something called a flash crash from last October, which caused auto deleveraging, which caught a lot of people off sides. We think that's all washed through. We think Iran now is taking center stage, and that Bitcoin will serve its role as a store of value. We just hit 20 million Bitcoin minted ever, and we're going only to 21 million. Gold, with the increase in price, I guarantee you, miners have accelerated their search for more gold and will be producing more. Bitcoin is mathematically metered, and its growth rate has already slipped below that of gold. And we also think with the huge intergenerational wealth transfer taking place, that Bitcoin will be the store of value of choice.
Facts. AB says we're going to look back 60,000 to 70,000 Bitcoins and new 15,500. Yeah, that's exactly what I said yesterday, bro. You see the airlines pause perks to congressional members until they get their house in order. No, I'm so glad they did that. I did not see that, sir. That is so freaking funny. I love that, man. None of those people should get paid, by the way, while we're doing this shit. You know what I mean? But now we have a new person in charge of getting people out of this country, and I absolutely love it. And let's take a look at my boy getting his job.
Thank you. I think that was the most nervous I've ever been. It just seems surreal being in the Oval Office and having the President of the United States speak so highly of me and then recognize my family and know my family by name. It's humbling. And
he took, what's her name? Chrissy Noem's job for DHS.
And I never take it for granted, but I made this very clear that I don't care what color your state is. I don't care if you're red or you're blue. At the end of the day, my job is to be Secretary of Homeland and to protect everybody the same. And we will do that. I'll fight every single day. Today, I got the privilege of meeting so many of the employees at DHS. These employees have been there for 30 days without pay. And if you need anything to know their dedication to show up and still protect the homeland that you and I enjoy and the freedoms that we're experiencing, they're working with for free because of political politics. That's all I need to know. I told them, as you're fighting 365 days, understand I'll be fighting 365 days beside you. No one's going to outwork me, and I'm not going to let any of them outwork me. The president has entrusted me with this, and failure is not an option. And so thank you so much, Mr. President, for this opportunity. I won't let you down.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I love that expression. No one's going to outwork me. That's a wrestler's expression, isn't it? Huh?
That's Mark Wayne Mullen, ladies and gentlemen. Get used to seeing him because he is going to shake things up in Washington, D.C. I'm telling you that right now. I love that guy, man. He's so fucking base, bro. 60K Bitcoin is my zero, LMFAO. I love that. Tim Pool has a good theory on why they don't want to pass the Save America Act. It's not just about letting illegals vote. It's because Dems won't be able to do voter drivers, then vote for those who don't. Won't be able to do voter drivers. Autocorrect tried to say, hit that like. Come on now. Oh, thank you. Yeah, hit the like, guys, please, if you like the video. Here's another section of you don't hate the media enough. This is the new propaganda that the mainstream media is coming up with on MSDNC or BS Now. Take a look at Joe Scarborough's wife and Joe Scarborough talking about Save America, the Save America Act. Take a look.
Not only does Mika not know where her original birth certificate is, which under the Save Act would get her kicked off the voters' rolls, and then she'd have to come back and re-register, and she would find out on election day that she could not vote. Not only
these people are such fucking liars, man. Voter drives, where they gum out and get people to sign up to vote. I'll find the vid he explained and post and signal later. Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. Again, why don't you want people to show IDs? There's only one reason why. It's because you want to cheat. That's why. You know what I mean? They think you are stupid, these Democrats. And these people make me sick, man. And this is what I'm talking about. Watch the loving liberal left, ladies. Again, white liberal women are the worst in this country. Take a look at these very nice, pretty, thin young ladies. Check it out.
Get the fuck out of my city, you fucking assholes. Get the fuck out of here. Right? Take a picture of your license plate.
So,
no.
we don't
want to know. We don't care. Get the fuck out of my city.
So you just said a bunch of stuff and then you don't want to hear anything
We don't want to hear it. Yeah, you're a fucking loser. You have no right to tell me what to use my body, you fucking piece of shit. Bye. Come on, Heaven. Go kill yourself, you son of a bitch.
Right.
Woo, you feel Bye. Suck my ass.
Yeah, that's very kind. Very kind.
Get out of here, you
Hey,
fucking
you should
loser.
turn to Christ. You can still turn to Christ.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck you, you ugly fucker.
So yeah, anyways, the coffee here was decent.
Wow. Anybody surprised? Is anybody surprised? Jerry is a Bitcoin millionaire. I actually am. I'm a Satoshi millionaire. I do have 1 million sats. Barely, sir. See, as a liberal, I feel like it's important for me to be exposed to this kind of stuff, even if I disagree. I try to actively search all sides, which is too hard for so many people. That's good, man. I appreciate that. We're all Bitcoin millionaires. That's right, brother. What is that on the screen? That's what I want to know, man. Those are strobe light honeys, man. They're the top of the hierarchy, these white liberals, man. They run everything. Now, again, it's one thing, and I'm all for the Anglo-Saxon people of America, the white man in America, to be the majority in America. I don't care that black people are the minorities or any other culture or race or ethnicity is a minority. That's fine with me because white people are the one that took this country, right? I'm not saying they're my master or nothing like that, but they should be the majority because they are the majority. And also, I think we should be a Christian nation. I have no problems with Muslims whatsoever, none. But a lot of these Muslims don't want to assimilate. They want to dominate. And that's why they're sent to America. Take a look.
That we should be is here to live. We don't say that Islam is here to live, to coexist with lots of different religions and all of us can just hold hands and be friends. This religion has been sent to dominate, to wipe out, to take out every other religion, to have the people leave every religion and to accept Islam. And if that requires fighting to achieve it, then it requires fighting to achieve it. Because the greatest purpose for which jihad was legislated is to make the word of Allah the highest and the word of those who disbelieve the lowest, even if the disbelievers hate it. But we're not shy to say it, and we don't find that to be something that we should be shy to say.
We got a Muslim running New York City, guys. She literally said, go kill yourself. Wow. And she said, F Jesus Christ. I'd be mad too if I took up that much earth. Liberal whites versus black rights, as biology calls it. Liberal whites versus black rights, as biology calls it. Just to be fair, he does not speak of Muslims. He does not speak of Muslims. With the reaction of those women. All I'm saying, guys, is the Democrat Party of today needs to be stopped. Okay. And one of my major things that I'm trying to do here is, as you can see, this is a freedom channel, is make sure that the founding fathers of this nation did not build and frame this nation in vain. They are trying to change the ideals of our country. They want us to be ran by Muslims. They want us to be ran by dictators. And they want us to be a socialist, Marxist, communist country. And do you think under those rules, do you think Bitcoin would thrive under that? Absolutely not. So we must stand up and fight against this bullshit. Straight up. And that's what I'm going to do. My goal is simple. I'm making sure that all the Democrats that are Democrats, well, there's nothing wrong with being a Democrat, but the Democrats need to move back towards the middle. These people are too fucking radical, man. They're just too radical, and they've gone too fucking far. And we must put a stop to this, man. Because even common sense stuff is not making any sense to these people. They don't even want to do common sense things, which is absolutely insane when you think about it. Like, look at my boy right here. Talking about TSA agents being replaced by ICE agents at the airport.
Out of here. Oh, they're right there. All right, they're good to hear to help. They're not bothering nobody. As long as they can check my bags and get me on my flight, I'm good to go. Right? I want to get to the Bahamas. I want out of here.
But not the liberals. The liberal left, they don't want you to do that. They're going against you. And here's another story right here. This young lady got killed by an illegal immigrant. And then there was a black lady, a liberal lady, said, oh, well, the lady that got killed, there was a white girl that got killed in Chicago. She was just out for a walk and got killed by an illegal immigrant. A black liberal said, oh, well, the only reason she got killed is because she might have scared the illegal immigrant because he had a gun and she might have scared him. She was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And this guy's ranting about it. Take a look.
I'm going to try not to flip out. I'm going to try not to flip out. I am so angry right now. I don't know how I can't be angry. I don't know how anybody can't be angry. This 18-year-old girl was unalived in Chicago. Unalived in Chicago, walking with her friends at 1:30 in the morning. This council member of Chicago, you know what she had to say? You know what she had to say? She was in the wrong place at the wrong time. She may have startled the guy. That's why he unalived her. What world do I live in? What world do I live in? An 18-year-old girl, unalived, taken from her family. And this is what we get from politicians. Democratic politicians. This is what we get.
They will protect illegal immigrants, criminals, and anybody that's on their side. They don't give a shit about the American people. They don't.
I can't even believe it. I can't believe it.
It's crazy, man. Take a look at this. Look at this young lady talking about the governor of Illinois, because the governor of Illinois, Governor Pritzker, he'll go to the funerals of Renee Good and the Democrats that died, but they'll never go to the people that got killed by illegal immigrants. And this young black woman absolutely nailed it.
What goes through your mind as you listen to his reaction today and you look back at what he said right after President Trump's election?
Obviously, Governor Pritzker does not care about the American people. He hasn't said anything about Sheridan. He actually went to Minnesota to put down flowers for Renee Good, but did not go to the lakefront where he filmed an ad to show how safe Chicago is that's now stained with her blood. He hasn't gone there to drop a rose. We are tired, America. We need help. I've been sitting here in this chair for 2 years asking the federal government to supersede the policies that are making the American people sitting ducks for criminals, literal criminals who crawl through a hole in the gate and are being.
Dude's a drama queen. Calm down, son. That dude should just buy some Bitcoin instead of yelling at his phone. You're feeding into the system, Jerry. Red versus blue. There is no difference between the two. No difference between the two. One does and the other reacts, but they both leading us down the same path. Well, I disagree with that. And I know, what people say, oh, don't pay attention to stuff and just ignore it. And if you don't give it any energy, you won't feed into the system. I think that's utter bullshit when people say that. I think that's cope when people say that. That's basically Bitcoiners, because Bitcoiners say that. Bitcoiners basically say, oh, I don't need to pay attention to politics. I don't need to pay attention to the system because I have Bitcoin. Why do I need to care about that? I think that's bullshit when they say that. And I'll argue anybody about that. The reason why I pay attention to politics is because this right here. Okay? We have lawmakers that rule over our lives. And if you don't pay attention to the Democrat Party and what they're doing, we ain't going to have a Bitcoin. You know why we won't have Bitcoin? Because they'll make it illegal. You won't have wallets. They'll take it off the exchange. They'll put all these laws that go against your Bitcoin. These people will go against your freedom. So no, red and blue aren't the same. Not right now. They're not the same. Donald Trump changed the whole game, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, they did. Of course they did. We know that. I didn't say they didn't. What system am I feeding into? What are you talking about? I just live in the real world, buddy. Did you like my joke, Jerry from Holler? Yes, I did, honey. She's a walking McDonald's. That girl is a walking McDonald's. Yes, I did, sweetheart. But this is why I'm here. Most Bitcoiners just tell you, oh, just put your head in the sand. Be an ostrich. Don't feed into the system, because if you don't think about it, it'll go away. Can you imagine if the founding fathers and everybody else said that? Oh, don't worry about what Great Britain is doing. Just ignore them. If Trump said, oh, just ignore Iran. Just ignore Venezuela. Just ignore them. Don't worry about it. It's like, what are you talking about, man? To me, that doesn't make any sense, respectfully speaking. And you can go about it however you want to. That's not how I'm going to go about it, right? I'm not this dude that lives in a Bitcoin chamber, an echo chamber, and all I do is talk about Bitcoin and think Bitcoin is going to save the world. It's not, right? Bitcoin is not going to save the world right now. Bitcoin is down the line. I stack probably more Bitcoin than anybody that I talk to. Not anybody, but I stack a lot. Stack hard, okay? And I got people telling me, what are you talking about, dude? You never said what? What are you talking about? Ha ha, holler. Boy, I'm about to go on a rant. Let me stop. Golly, I was just about to go on a rant. Let me just calm down and just say this. I didn't say you said it, AB. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Relax, man. Ain't nobody saying you said anything. Did I say AB said this, AB said that? Shut the hell up, bro. I'm not saying anything about that. Anyways. This is why I say I ain't a nice guy, man. Anyways. Thank you. This dude is a trip, man. So why do you keep saying, I didn't say that. You put in words in my... Nobody said you said that. So shut the hell up. Did I say anything you said that you said that? No. So shut up about that. I didn't say you said anything. I'm talking about Bitcoiners in general. I didn't say your name. So stop saying I'm talking about you. When you told me I'm feeding into the system, I just reacted to that. It ain't about red versus blue, man. And if you think they're the same, then you think that and you'd be an idiot and think that. But if you think Donald Trump are the same as Democrats, you're stupid if you think that. You are dumb, AB. If you think Donald Trump and Democrats are the same, you are stupid, bro. The founding fathers didn't have Bitcoin, though. It is a different dynamic. Their system will eventually die sooner or later. We do have the ability to accelerate. Yes, we do. But the problem with that, Jor, is if we don't stop the underlining laws that are being passed against Bitcoin, then, I mean, we had gold back then. What was the difference? We still had we had gold. We had a hard money back then. They didn't ignore gold. They did what they had to do. Kids, see, that's what they scare me. Agree with that. Yeah, AB is a don't get me started, man. Okay. All I'm saying is you think however you want to think, right? I'm gonna think how I think, right? You have to get into politics that's for everyone. Bitcoin can't save us without putting people in place. Thank you, man. It's so funny with Bitcoiners. Let me tell you about Bitcoiners. A lot of Bitcoiners are hypocrites. They'll tell you, "Oh, politics doesn't matter," or why do you care about that stuff? Right? You couldn't hold gold in your head. True, very true. Why do you care about politics? The same reason the Bitcoiners that say they don't care about politics care about it when it does something good for them. Like if Trump passed a SBR right now and said, "Hey, we're gonna or the Bitcoin Act," and we started buying a bunch of Bitcoin on the balance sheet, I guess we're supposed to say, "Oh, that doesn't matter," right? Also, MicroStrategy has a bunch of Bitcoin. You don't think the government can take it from MicroStrategy? We're just supposed to ignore the government? Again, I don't like the government. I don't like any of this shit. That doesn't mean I'm going to ignore it and say the shit doesn't matter. Of course it fucking matters. On your state, your local, state, and federal level. It does matter. Again, the whole reason we're in this bullshit in the first place because of this right here. We're going against a broken system, man. And Bitcoin's going to fix it. But in order to fix it, we have to know what the system is. And the Democrat Party today is our enemy. If you are a Bitcoiner, you should not ignore the Democrat Party. Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to take from you. They're trying to take your freedom and your sovereignty. They don't want you to have fucking Bitcoin. They don't. So when people say, "Oh man, it's the same system. It's the same thing. Red versus blue, same thing. It doesn't matter." I'm like, bro, I'm not a Republican when I say this. I am an independent, right? I'm not a Republican. I can't stand the Republican Party. I think they're weak as hell overall. But I like Trump and what he's doing. Is he perfect? No, he's not. But guess what? He's our Bitcoin president, though. But he's a fiat president first. He has to defend the U.S. dollar. That's his job. He's the president. But that doesn't mean I'm not stacking Bitcoin and doing what I got to do with Bitcoin. Of course I'm still back stacking Bitcoin. But I'm an American first. I love my country. That's why I always say God, family, country, Bitcoin in that order. Get him, Jerry. If the U.S. banned Bitcoin, it pushes us back for 5+ years. Thank you. Can you imagine if fucking Kamala Harris would have won? Can you imagine if Kamala Harris would have won the election? It's like, come on. All Bitcoiners need to be against the Democrat Party and move them back to the center. I do think that politicians have the ability to slow down or speed up the collapse. Trump is speeding it up and giving Bitcoiners runway. Democrats would have done the opposite, but they still lose in the long run because their system is obsolete. I completely agree with that, Jor. 100%. 100%. But what we need to do is we need to get Bitcoin friendly. And I'm going to be the only one on the internet in the next couple of weeks to a month or two. I'm going to break down all these politicians for the midterms. And I'm going to tell you whether or not they're quote unquote Bitcoin or crypto friendly. And you're going to know about it on this channel. We're not going to ignore the shit that we need to know. because a lot of Bitcoiners are not going to pay attention to the midterms until we fucking lose. And then when we lose the midterms and then nothing happens, we don't get the Bitcoin Act passed. We don't get the Genius Act where we don't have, no taxes on crypto and all this other stuff. Then you're going to say, well, why didn't we get that? I said, because you didn't fucking pay attention to these Democrats doing this bullshit. That's why we lost. You're so busy saying, oh, Bitcoin's going to save me. No, it's not. Not right now. Bitcoin's going to be around for 1,000 years. Bitcoin might not even hit in your lifetime. Do you know that? It's only 2026, guys. This thing started 17 years ago. It's a fucking baby. It's brand new. Nobody knows what the fuck Bitcoin is. Everywhere I go, I say, hey, man, something about Bitcoin. They don't even know what it is. They have no idea. It's brand new. You are stealing Satoshis right now because nobody knows what the fuck it is. I'm not saying it won't be a gradually then suddenly thing. I'm not saying that. But I'm telling you one thing. If we let the Democrat Party in power for the midterms, which won't be that bad, but if Gavin Newsom wins the 2028 election, Bitcoiners in America and all over the world, we are fucked. I'm telling you that. We are fucked if Gavin Newsom wins the election. And these damn Bitcoiners, man, I'm not saying they make me sick. I love you guys. You guys are my boys, right? I'm talking about Bitcoin maxis. I'm a Bitcoin maxi on paper, right? I love Bitcoin as far as my savings. I'm a maxi with that, but I'm not a Bitcoin maxi my whole fucking life. Okay? There's a lot of shit going on in the world that's outside of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's just a tiny little aspect of the world right now. Okay? And again, I'm stacking every hour on the hour when I'm saying this. Okay? I'm stacking my fucking ass off when I'm saying this. I'm an insanely hard stacker. But if you look at the world in totality, and figure out what's going on, you realize, holy shit, they're trying to change us as a person, as a nation. They're trying to change us ideologically, all that stuff. They're trying to change men into women, open borders, all this shit. What the fuck is Bitcoin going to do about that right now? Nothing. It's doing nothing for that right now. The reason you love Bitcoin is because you love freedom, correct? So if you love freedom, then what the fuck are you not going against the Democrat Party for? You should be going hard after the Democrat Party and move these motherfuckers back to the middle, just like you're stacking Bitcoin. Matter of fact, you should be doing that even harder. Why? You saw what they did in COVID in 2020. That was just a little test, guys. That was a test run. When they said 2030, they want you to own nothing and be happy, they weren't fucking lying to you. They hate you. These people hate you. Do you understand? Especially if you're a Bitcoiner. They're going to go after you as a Bitcoiner if the Democrat Party comes back in power. Just like they do Trump. You think they went back after Trump? Wait till the Democrat Party gets in office. They don't want you guys to have fucking Bitcoin and cold storage. Damn. Anyways. You cannot live in an echo chamber, man. This is why sometimes I don't even watch Bitcoin videos sometimes, because Bitcoiners make me sick sometimes, man. These dudes got their heads so far up their ass when it comes to Bitcoin, bro. And again, I love Bitcoin, man. You know, I'm not going to say no channels names, man, but they're just, and again, these are the same people that told me don't worry about politics, but then as soon as it gets political, they got Cynthia Lummis on their show. They got all these Bitcoin politicians on their show now, on their live streams. I said, well, wait a minute. I thought they don't matter. Washington, D.C. ain't shit. Remember? The lawmakers, they don't mean anything. What you bringing them up there for? And I seen them up there kissing their ass, too. I ain't going to say nobody's name, but I get it. But don't sit here preaching me talking about it's orange versus green. It's good versus evil, man. That's what it is. Ain't no fucking colors. Ain't no red, no blue. It's good versus evil right now. That's what it is. And I'll be damned if I sit there and put my head in the fucking sand and not worry about this shit. Do you know when I go out in my regular life, when I go places, again, my mission in life is to make sure we have freedom around the nation. Okay? Make sure America sticks to its ideals, sticks to its Christian ideals in this nation, and have a sound money base layer underneath. But the only way we're going to do that is people understand what the fuck is going on. When I talk about telling people to study Bitcoin, you know why I tell them to study Bitcoin? Because you're going to learn about economics. You're not going to be a socialist anymore. You can't be a Bitcoiner and a fucking socialist at the same time. You can't. But the Bitcoiners will tell me, no, that don't matter. They told everybody to put masks on and they did it. That's enough for me. Where we disagree is that I think it's all a production. I believe Trump team main objective is to wake people up and let them take personal responsibility, which involves Bitcoin. Where we disagree is that I think it's all a production. What's a production? I believe Trump team main objective is to wake people up and let them take personal responsibility, which involves Bitcoin. What's a production, brother? Or he can read my Nasser point. I didn't put that ish on. Yes. Either way, I'm just stacking. Yeah, me too, man. My bad, gentlemen. YouTube is fucking with me. No doubt, man. Good versus evil. It's bloodline versus bloodline, in my opinion. I agree with that. Jor. In the words of Dory and Finding Nemo, just keep stacking. Just keep stacking. Yes. Turn up, Jerry. Thank you, Fanny. Thank you, Otis. Not Bitcoin. Study money and then you will find Bitcoin. Yeah. But you can study it through Bitcoin or precious metals. Once you find out how crooked this system is, again, Republicans are crooked as fuck too. Right? But again, and I'm not saying this, I don't want to sound like a fucking Trump dick rider or something, because I'm not. Okay? But I know Donald Trump. Okay? I've known this man pretty much my whole life. He did not have to be the president, guys. Okay? And people are not going to appreciate this guy till he leaves. He's the first and only president to speak up for Bitcoin. He freed Ross. He stopped the bleeding from Bitcoin being sold and put it in a separate SBR. And he's going to sign off on a Bitcoin act. His sons and their company are buying a bunch of Bitcoin. He is a Bitcoin president, and he puts America first. But I hear people bitching about Trump. I'm like, what else do you want the guy to do, man? Right? Bitcoin is nothing today in 2026. There's only a tiny fraction of the United States of America that understands what Bitcoin is, knows what the blockchain is, like George says, knows what the difficulty adjustment is, and has it in cold storage. Right? He came to the Bitcoin conference. He went to New York City and bought Bitcoin with burgers. What else you want the fucking guy to do? He can't talk about Bitcoin all day. He has to deal with stuff. I believe his first two years in term, he's cleaning up the bullshit from Biden. Then the next 2 years, he's going to change some things. And I think Bitcoin's going to be a part of that. I really do. I believe in Cynthia Lummis, man. I believe in that woman. But again, it's an apparatus that we have to deal with, right? This thing moves slow and methodical, the U.S. government. Elon Musk is the richest man in the world. They chewed him up and spit him out in a few months because they don't want the apparatus to get fucked with. This spending that we have right here, Trump can't stop that. Nobody can stop that. Sorry, hard to explain in comments. I spent 30 minutes discussing it on my show today. No doubt, brother. It's like you think you're stacking Bitcoin until you learn about wallets. It's levels to this shit. Exactly, bro. LOL, Otis. Absolutely. I'm a psychopath when I stack Bitcoin. I stack every hour on the hour, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days with smash buys, by the way. And I'm not buying 25 cents an hour either. But that doesn't mean I'm going to put my head in the sand and all I think about is Bitcoin. Because I saw what happened. This is why I dedicated my 2024 to Donald Trump and us winning. Because I believe Trump is for the people. I really believe that until I'm proven wrong. If I see that he's not, then hey, I'm wrong. I think Trump's team military has been in control for the last decade, and Biden's term was just a wake-up call. Partially, Jor. Partially. But remember, they made the military woke too, bro. But I believe the core was, yes, I believe. But a lot of those generals weren't, Jor. They got them out. They kicked them out. Here's what I think President Trump's plan is. You ready? It's called the trifecta or the four-fecta. Here's what I mean. Trump is playing the long game. He's looking out 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now. What he's going to do is simple. He wants to own the supply of energy. He wants to be the AI and crypto countries. He wants to be number one in the world with that. He wants to lead in energy, AI, and crypto. That's what he wants to do. And how's he going to do it? You take over Venezuela, get the owner out of there. Get the dictator out of there. Now you work for us. Then you go to Iran in the summer, bomb their nuclear places, get in there, take over that. Take over the Strait of Hormuz, take over that island, get that oil. Then we go down to Cuba, cut off Cuba from Venezuela, which we have already done, take over Cuba, and then we get the cartels out of Mexico. We take back over the Western Hemisphere. We got the Middle East and the oil over there. We take down China so that they can't go over there and attack Taiwan. Team up with Taiwan with the chips and all that stuff. We're also looking over at Greenland. Make Cuba maybe a territory of the United States of America and keep going. That's what we're doing. This man is playing high-level chess. And then you got the mainstream media apparatus going against him every fucking day. Can you imagine if they just called balls and strikes and wasn't going after him every single day? I still got people telling me, black people telling me, they think ICE agents are going to come get them off the streets. You think those fucking people are going to buy Bitcoin? No, they're not. Something much bigger to play, I think. Good versus evil, bloodline versus bloodline. None of this works without Bitcoin, regardless who is in charge. I completely agree with that, Jor. Completely agree with that. He said the TV military plenty of times, a.k.a. actors. True. Otis, thank you. Yep, levels to freedom, absolutely. You have to fight for your freedom. They're not going to fucking give it to you, man. You got to keep fighting for it. Trump is time traveler. Remember, we had a good chat about that on Amigos. Yes, we did, sir. Yes, we did. Well, I'm buying Bitcoin. Me too, sir. Holy shit. What the hell is this? Damn. Somebody just sent me 25,000 sats. Ripping them young ones a new one. Boom. That had to be great motion. Thank you, bro. Is that great motion? 25K. It's not showing up on Zapstream. Thank you so much. That's a big zap. Whoever did that. Let me get off my soapbox, man. Founding fathers are why we have what we have, guys. Exactly, man. I cannot hide, can I? No, you can't, sir. Thank you, Great Motion. That is a huge zap, sir. 25,000. That's 33,400 for you on the MVB wheel. Gray, haha. Thank you so much, Gray. And 25% of that will go back to the people that are on the MVB wheel. Okay, guys. So if you want to be on the MVB wheel, this is how it works. Damn, I be snapping, man, because this shit be pissing me off, man. Damn. Most valuable Bitcoiner wheel. If you donate to the channel, the top 10 zappers will get on the wheel. The creme de la creme. Winner gets 25% of top 10 donors' donation. You can also donate to the wheel. I'll be taking a 25% cut of that, of course. We will spin for this at the end of the show after the last wheel of Satoshi is complete. So if you want to get on the wheel, on the MVB wheel, just got to donate, and then we'll do it. 6 levels left of my 150 level grind today. My brain is fried. Oh, how many stats we got for that, honey? So there's at least one liberal me who's buying. I mean, yeah, that's good, man. That's good. I believe you're an old school liberal, man. There's nothing wrong with being a Democrat. An old school blue collar, blue dog, common sense liberal. Nothing wrong with that. But I'll be damned if I'm going to sit here and let men play in women's sports. I'm not doing that shit, man. I'm not calling a boy a man. I mean, a girl a boy and all this stuff. I'm not doing none of this shit, bro. I have never once wore a mask. I've never called anybody by their fucking pronouns. I'll never do it. When they used to tell me, when they had the arrows on the ground and said, walk this way, I fucking walk the other way. Standing 6 feet apart, I walk right up to somebody, slap their hand. Hey, how you doing? I walk into, I used to go to my my grocery store. It was called Wegmans. This was in Rochester. Guy had a mask on, a face shield, and a shield up, and a window up when I was ordering a sandwich. He said, can I help you? I said, yeah, give me a Danny's favor. He said, well, you're going to need to put your mask on. I said, for what? What do I need to put my mask on for? You got a mask on. That's like asking me to wear a condom when I have sex with a woman. You already got one on. So what the hell I need to wear a mask for? They kicked me out the store. They started to. Then he said, well, you need to sit over there when you eat. And I sat over there. I said, I don't see any dome over there. I don't see anything. But I can sit down and take my mask. You people are fucking stupid, man. I remember what these motherfuckers did from 2020, 2021, and part of 2022. I'm not falling for this bullshit. That's what the Democrat Party will do, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I was mad at Trump for that shit, man. When he told people to get the shot and all that, I was pissed off at Trump for that. You're one of the smart ones. Almost 5K sats if the tracking works smoothly. Nice. I was called a mask hole from a mask nut. Never wore a mask ever. Me neither, bro. That's what I subscribe to. Trump wants people to earn their freedom, not given to them. Exactly, Jor. Exactly, my brother. I consider myself independent. I voted third party before. Okay, well, you're not a liberal then. But lean liberal. Okay, but at the end of the day, I have the capacity to acknowledge that if I think Trump has done something good or understand why. Exactly, bro. Exactly. I would say if Biden did something good, he just didn't. If Biden did something good, I say, yeah, Joe Biden, you did pretty good. You didn't fall down the stairs that time or up the stairs that time. People want it to be given to them and bitch when it doesn't happen. Exactly, bro. What are your thoughts on having a diversified portfolio? I say Bitcoin and cash personally. Me too, bro. We were just talking about that, man. Sorry, Rumbles had to switch devices. No doubt, brother. I have worn a mask for some cancer patient friends of mine, but not for COVID. Yeah, of course. Mask unt, not nut. Silky man, sound it out. Sorry, man. I don't know. I don't know what that word. Not nut. Mask unt. Sorry, man. Joe who? I know exactly. President Auto Pen, sir. Anyways, let's get to the spins here, and then we'll get up out of here. Let's see how many. Okay, we're on 79. We'll do 080 and then 081, and we'll call it a day. I don't like ranting like that, guys. I'm sorry, but it's just people can make me sick, man. When people give me that red versus blue bullshit. Biden was 10 out of 10 hilarious. I mean, Biden. Yes, he was. He was funny as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. I don't think Biden was actually a bad guy. I mean, he is a bad guy. He's just an old man. You know what I'm saying? He didn't run anything. Women kill you if you call them that. Trying to be polite to the women here. Oh, okay, my bad. Biden was also 9 out of 10 alive. Haha, that's right, brother. How's that blood pressure, Jerry? It's a little high, sir. It's a little high. Speaking of that, let me drink some water. Yeah, you should see me in person, man. I only wear masks when buying non-KYC Bitcoin. Yeah, because they got cameras everywhere, Jor. Biden was also 9 out of 10 dead. Yes. Masking would have been useful if everyone was fitted properly with an N95 respirators. Yes. Doctor's office's mask only blocks spit from flying out of your mouth unless useless for viruses. Yeah. It's like trying to keeping mosquitoes out of your yard by putting a chain link fence in and saying I'm trying to keep mosquitoes out. Stupid, man. The real Biden was a very bad guy. The auto pen figure was hilarious, though. Racism is by design. You trying to get me started, ain't you? Backpacker, you almost had me. I almost did it. I almost did it, bro. Now culture is a different story, yeah. And being a black man from New York State and being, all my family Democrats and all that, it's just a it's a sore spot for me, man. It's a sore spot because they can't stand me. Democrats hate me, bro. You know what I'm saying? But let me stop. I was about to get into that. All right. 0. You almost had me. You almost had me. All right, let's spin it for 080. Let's see who can win that thing. Oh my God. Grasshopper. Grasshopper, you got 420 for 080. Let's see who can win 081. Spaceman. If you're here. Haha. I wear a mask when I talk to shit corners. But Jerry, how do these people make you feel? These people make me sick, Lauren. That's how they make me feel. Freedom family, Trey Day, what's up, bro? Trey, that's the last spin, man. We're getting ready to do the big spin at the end. Mr. Trey 10K. Spaceman. 105 for you, sir. The only culture I have is yogurt. All right. Good game, Hops. Can we look at pictures of OG Biden and AutoPen? How do I do that? Put them side by side, George. Trey, send me one in Signal, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Yay, thank you, Jerry. No doubt. Thank you, sweetheart. Good game, Spaceman. Yes, I'm still here. I got you. Hopper and Spaceman, congrats. What's the loyal dog's name, Spaceman? Spaceman is loyal dog. All right. All right, time for the big spin. We didn't get too many donations today, but it's okay. Gray Motion is going to go on there 33 times. With the biggest zap today. Nico's going to go on here 4 times. Let me put Nico on here. And we're going to do the big spin. We're going to add them up, and somebody's going to win a lot of sats. It looks like it's going to be Gray, but we'll see. Jenny's going to go on here 3 times. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you, man. And not sorry for the rant. You know how I do. Don't come to my channel talking that bullshit to me, man. You know what I mean? Don't do it. Spaceman, I'm going to give you 3, bro. Packer family, I'm going to give y'all 2. So Poetic won Great Motion 1 yesterday. I was so happy for him, man. I really was. Yo, Josh, what's good, man? How are you, brother? We're getting ready to do the big spin, the MVB wheel, man. Josh, how goes it, brother? Make sure you go subscribe to my boy Josh, the artist formerly known as Work Save Bitcoin. Look at that, Josh. I got you queued up there. Make sure you go subscribe to Josh. That's his link to his channel. He's got a great channel, man. Go holler at my boy, bro. Josh, how you been, man? The loyal dog is named Jackson. Was going to say, wow, only 3 times for Gray. I know. Yeah, I can't count sometimes, Lord. Can't tell. AKA Trent, or am I confused? I think there's a much higher chance of Emily being real versus AutoPen. The real Biden and Obama did some serious damage pre-2015. Yes, they did, bro. Yes, they did. Josh, salute to you. No, Spaceman is Spaceman on Nasser, and Spaceman and his loyal dog is Spaceman on YouTube. Nice. That guy Gray there's only 3s. Yeah, I misspoke, guys. I'm sorry. Josh, hey. Got a dip. Good night, everyone. Good luck on the big spin. No doubt, bro. RGR. Jackson, good name. What's good, everyone? What's good with you, Josh? Trey Day, how was your day today, man? And how was your day today, Josh? We're getting ready to get up out of here. Trey, I'm looking for that big 10K zap. I don't know if you're going to do it today or not before I do this. Josh, what's up, bro? Boom. Josh, you going to the Bitcoin conference? Yes, he is. Yes, he is. All right, let me put Gray Motion on here. 33 times. Got to make some room for Gray. Yeesh. Jay Gray is killing it, man. Pace, boom. All right, 4. Got to keep doubling up with Gray. 8. Turn 8 to 16. Boom. And then turn 16 to 32. It's real simple, guys. Even Jerry can do it. Pace, 32. And then one more for the road. Paste. Got a funny feeling Gray's going to win today. What do you think? Speed wallet. Okay, here we go. Boom. Just received 1 sat from somebody. Thank you, whoever did that. Is that Mega? And somebody sent in 5,000. Who did that? I adopted him, and he came with that name. I keep it because I liked it too. Solid, man. Okay, good. I'm 50-50 at the moment, man. If I get a free pass, I probably will. Okay. That's a donation on speed, LOL. Okay, Mega. Mega, thanks, bro. Sent 5K. All right, bro. Thank you, Trey Day. So Trey Day is going right here. You in the second spot, bro. Trey Day said, I don't want to be 10K today. It's all good, bro. I was going to say, that's a lot of sats every day, man. Paste. Copy. Tell us. And I got proof. Smiling faces tell us. You might need those extra sats for your BP medicine. Yeah, man. Speed. Good luck, guy. Great, no doubt. Trey 5K. No doubt. All right, so everybody's good. All right, so let's do the math here. Let's see what the final total is. Follow with me, guys. Make sure we're doing this math right. Good night, all. Got an early morning. Thanks, Jerry. No doubt, bro. No doubt. 33,400 plus. Think you're going to need it, Gray. Yeah. Gray Motion, 33,400. Oh, shit. Trey Day's got 5,000. Plus 5,000 from Trey. Plus 4,321 from Jenny. From Nico. Plus 3,393 from Jenny. 2,468. Who do we appreciate from Spaceman? And 1,776 from Fanny. That's 50,058 times 0.25 equals 12,515 sats for the winner. Paid out right now. 12,515. Are we good? Anybody else want to join up? 12,515 to the winner. A little light night tonight, but it's all good. All right, I'm going to shuffle them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21, 21, 21. On God. All right. Are we ready? Paid out right now in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, everybody, and spin it. Oh, what a surprise. Great motion. What a surprise, guys. How did he do it? How did he do it? Great motion. Copy. I'm going to have to send that from speed, brother. And I got proof. Smiling faces. Okay, let me see. Send. Jerry loves it. 15,000. Okay, good. Boom. This is why I use Speed. I just sent the money from Strike to Speed for no fee, and now because Speed doesn't charge me, and now I'm going to send it to Gray, so I don't have to pay that heavy ass fee, which was 12,000. What? 12,515. No fee on that. Boom. Congratulations, sir. Appreciate it. You real, right? Good night, Ginger. Good luck, guys. No doubt. Lorenzo is absolutely verified. Yeah, great motion. Congrats. Great, congrats. It's called rigging the system. Statistics, Gray. Yes. Congratulations, everybody. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate it. And for those of you that believe or think or want to even entertain that Bitcoin is not political, yeah, you already heard what I said about it. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is why we're here. This is all political. The U.S. government has bailed out the banks a long time ago. They took us off the gold standard. The politicians did, the Federal Reserve, 1933. They kicked the can down the road from 1933 all the way up until 1971, and now they're kicking the can down the road again. But Trump's here. He's trying to do what he can do in a broken system, but he can't fix it. He can't. He's doing the best he can at the base layer, but I believe he's the only president that's going to give us the new money to break the system. I really do. I think he's going to do it sneakily on the second half, maybe it's the fourth quarter of his presidency. And what is that? What is that? I think he's going to use a money that's scarce, uninflatable, portable, durable, international, fungible, divisible, verifiable in supply, decentralized, unconfiscatable, and it'll make America great again and unstoppable, just like you. If you stack this money today, they'll be building statues of you in the future. The Democrat Party is the enemy of the state, and they'll hate you for it. They'll hate this money if we stack it because they're against freedom and sovereignty. But it is the only way, ladies and gentlemen, that we're going to break this system, pay off the national debt, stop inflation, and make sure at the base layer, not only do we fix this system, but we make America great again by fixing the money. We'll fix the world. And if I had to take a guess, I'm pretty sure you guys already know what that is. It's the best way to save. And for me, the only way to save. And that's Bitcoin. I love each and every one of you, and I'll talk to you soon. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace and love, guys.